Yeah. That's better, right?
How about now?
That sounds better.
Okay. You sure? Don't lie if it doesn't. I'm not interested in that.
Sounds a little bit better. Can you turn them down a little bit more?
Yep.
Okay, see, there you go.
We're on now.
Good?
It still sounds...
It's still peaking, kind of. You can go a little lower, too.
We're on now.
Now?
Kirk, keep talking.
Hello?
That sounds
hello,
better.
hello. Yep. We're good?
Oh, it's still peaking. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking figure it out.
How about now?
I'm leaving if it doesn't work, so. I mean, I'm not listening to you idiots tell me to talk. Is it working better or no?
It's better. It's just, yeah.
Don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me because people are going to complain. They don't care. Does it sound better, yes or no?
Like it's peaking. I'll tell Steph.
Why do you tell me it sounds better? Don't lie. I'm not fucking... Jesus Christ.
I'll tell him.
I keep turning it down, so it should be... God, should be good.
Look at that spin.
How many did you make down there?
I settled down, I got 4 in a row, then Chaps came up, started talking about golf, and I was like, I gotta go. I have no interest in pretending to be friends with you. Like, my life is too short. I don't.
4 is good. It's an even number.
4 is an even number.
That was a problem the other night that I didn't want to bring up to you.
It was a lot. No, it was in my head. It was.
I believe the chat said Justin was tweeting it about the uneven numbers.
What's up, Doug? Hello. That's Doug, right?
Yes. I think we're good, Doug. I think it's good now.
Does it sound good, Coleman, or no?
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's still peaking too
Okay.
much.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, Doug. I didn't do that. Like, sometimes I'll be like, I don't know who someone's name, but this is not Doug's fault. Doug was great the other night, but it was like, I have no idea what time Doug showed up. So everything is so weird from that night. I don't even know. What time did you start shooting, Doug? Do you even know?
Had to be like...
That's what I mean, right?
I would guess, they were still broadcast. Nick, KB, and PFT were still on.
Right?
It had to be like, probably like 8.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
Oh, they said like, I swear to God, I was like 3.
How about now, guys?
Kirk, could you talk real quick?
Yep. Hello.
That sounds a lot better.
Okay.
Does it actually, Justin? Or
Yes,
no?
it does.
Okay. Good. Here we go. Thank
Doug
you, Doug.
saved the day then.
Once again.
It all sounds
steps
the same to me over
Doug
here.
steps up. You know, he's a step-up guy.
Yep.
Indiana zone.
I miss the
We're
old...
from Indiana, Doug.
I grew up in Chicago, but went to school at Miltons.
Oh, so you're not from Indiana. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I miss the old slider boards, like for audio. Just a regular, just like...
I remember those.
Slide it
I
up
never
and
knew how to
the
do them.
digital
I've seen
ones,
produced-
yeah.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Sounds the same on our end over here anyway.
I've decided now, I don't know if you saw Marty Mush's, well, I was the MVP of the event.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I was part of the winning group. But from a character perspective, I understand where
You turned it down.
Yeah.
I watched it turn down multiple times.
Yeah. So before I get into it, I'm going to be a guy now who just carries a basketball around. I decided. Well, I'm in Chicago. I'm going to be a basketball guy. Just shoot free throws.
Are you going to like shoot, like make it a point to shoot things into a trash can
Something
too?
like this. Yeah, just a lot of like this stuff. And then like, that actually still hurts right there. I'm running this morning. The hotel is right by the water there, downtown. You've been there. And I'm running. I go out, which is a super nice run. I turn around coming back. I run by a guy, and he's walking. He's got his headphones on. And I'm like, that guy's familiar. Who the hell is that? So I actually turned around to see who. I didn't know who it was, but I was like, this is somebody who I think I don't hate. So I turned around, came back. It was actually the closer, the guy who hit all the free throws. He was just walking.
The Scott guy?
The UNH guy.
Oh, my God, really? Wow.
Very nice guy.
That's funny.
I didn't really talk to him. He's like, yeah. He's like, you guys run. He's like, you don't believe this is like one of the greatest moments of my life. I'm like, yeah, well, fine. But he's very nice.
It's kind of crazy to say. So UNH basketball, not good.
Not a power.
Never made the tournament when he was there.
No.
They haven't made the tournament probably
I don't know if they ever have.
decades.
Well, I don't know if they ever, in my life, I don't think they have. But yeah.
But so that last night with those people watching, it's probably the most anyone's ever watched a game. He's
no question.
crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was fucking incredible.
He was great. It wasn't even last night, by the way. It was
That's true. It was
yesterday morning.
PM, part of my takes, Max just tweeted about that, about Rico. He said Rico was insane last night. And he said, I just realized it wasn't even last night.
No,
It was
I'm still
2 days ago.
a little foggy, but better, much better. Admonish. See, I mean, I made progress. I could say it now. But yeah, it was funny. Dan mentioned this on the show yesterday, and I texted him last night. I'm like, I'm in full, like I missed the event now. I'm removed enough. I was actually watching clips of it on YouTube. Like when things like that happen, the Ryder Cup or surviving, or whatever, or like when we go away for the dozen. like the semifinals, you miss it more when it's over. Now I'm like, right now if they said we're doing this again today, I'd be like, all right, well, we got to do it.
Well, again, I wasn't even involved, but that last free throw was
incredible,
intoxicating,
incredible.
They've never made the tournament. You are correct, by the way.
Niche category, you and niche basketball.
College hoops guy.
Somebody has to be my team.
You might. Are you going to go tonight?
I'm in.
Okay,
I'm going. Yeah, bros night.
Mutt, I got a ticket if you want to fly to Chicago tonight.
I mean, how would he possibly pay for that? How is that? Well, I thought somebody else was going.
Yeah, but we have an extra. We still have an extra ticket.
Oh, okay. So it's me, you, and
Spider, yeah, from Connecticut. If Mutt wants to get here tonight, UConn courtside seats.
Don't say that.
Okay,
Please,
sorry, I take it back.
Jesus, that's yes, fine. If Mutt could afford a flight to Chicago, front row tonight.
Yeah, apparently it's tough to tell on the website, but it does say courtside row A.
Wow. Okay. Where is it?
It's downtown. I don't think it's that far from Soldier Field. I don't know the city that well at all. This is a big city that I don't. Like, I've been here about a couple times. I know nothing about.
I got lost getting here this morning, and I had no.
People say the Loop, and I just nod my head.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Chicago. It's nice. I like it. It's walkable. Like I walked from the hotel to where we had dinner last night. Easy. It was like a mile, but it was easy. But friggin' getting into the restaurant from when we got the reservations was. So we went to this place. The finale of Surviving. We all flew back. Me, you, Dan, and Gaz went to dinner before, and it was this little like kind of like burger joint, like walk-in burger joint. That's my pretend that I had my wallet. That one.
Yep.
Like you did last night.
Yep.
So
that's not. You can't. That's not fair.
That's not fair. It's not fair. So we went there, and then Dan was saying, "Well, so there's a fancier version of this." You said New York. So we went there last night. It was good, but it was bizarre. It was as small as this place, this room, and getting in there, it had the worst. It's not even like a major. Who was that guy? What was it? A runner? I don't know. What was?
If you told me he didn't work there, I'd believe
it was
you.
just a disaster. Everyone was crammed in. He was telling some people 10 minutes, some people an hour and a half wait. We sat down. It was crowded. But after like 15 minutes, I turned. He's like, this place is empty.
Yeah.
It's very weird. But the food was good. I mean, the burger
Very good
was
food.
enormous.
It's
but
loud, and I have hearing issues to begin with.
yes,
That made it.
It was loud. It was. Yeah. We might have the worst seats in the place.
We were eating under. If
what is that? What is that? What would you call that? The thing right, like the bar right in front of us.
the tap, I don't know, the draft.
Yeah, but it was like just you couldn't. And then you had like a odd like
bowl of like oranges and lemons.
Was it real or was it like fake fruit?
It was
like my
real for
grandmother used to
zesting
have?
drinks. Yeah.
Oh right, okay, but it was like next to you. You look like
But like if the bartender had splashed a beer, it would have gone into our burgers.
no question. Yeah. No, he was cool. He was the food was really good, but it was a very weird. It was like
Au Cheval, which
yes.
I don't know. Coleman maybe's heard of it. It's in New York.
Colm, have you heard of it?
I've never heard of that. No. Au Cheval?
They had on the ball.
Is he a burger guy?
Yeah, look at him.
Oh, big burger guy.
That's no. But it was very like I looked online. It was like very into like eggs. I was like, is there like eggs all over the place?
They do love their egg.
It didn't really feel when you were there. It didn't feel like. And then they had a fried. Did you ever consider eating the fried bologna sandwich for dinner or no?
No,
because you're like you're a foodie kind of. Like,
it makes me think of Bad Santa.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But I thought it was it was good. It was and I like Chicago. And at that point, I needed. You had texted me, and I was dead to the world.
I almost gave up. I was like, I think he might be.
I woke up at midnight. I woke up and it was dark, and it took me forever to get to. I like around 2:30. I was reading the book and passed out. Woke up. It was kind of already dark, and I was like, "Is it like midnight? Is it 4 a.m?" I saw your text. It was. I needed that nap, and it made me a little more groggy. And I walked in a little cold air. And then after dinner, I had a decent night's sleep. I ran this morning, and I feel way more alive than I felt. Like yesterday, I was coming in here was insane. I remember nothing about. I remember Justin super prepared. They brought a shitload of stories and energy, which was helpful because I need. Guys again. Thanks for that because I needed that lift.
Of course.
No problem. Oh, it was cold. Oh, Jeff was killing you at dinner last night.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know if killing's the right word.
he's not a fan.
We bring up the RFK story.
We did bring.
I like Coleman.
We all like Coleman, but it's just not working out.
Oh
right,
my
Coleman?
god. No, we're doing great. We're moving
Are we
right
doing
along.
all right?
Yeah.
I didn't see you vote me MVP of this thing. You were all over Titus, and you love those younger new guys at the end. I don't know. Who knows?
What do you mean I didn't
I've never got so much praise from Barstool people in my life. Like for these, Nothing works like a thumbs up from Doug. That was like the least exciting moment of my life. What are you giving? What did you thumbs up to, Doug?
You're good, just a little loud.
Okay. Why? If one thing's not working, why would you give a thumbs up? Wouldn't it be a thumbs up and a
Positive
thumbs
guy.
down at the
He's a
same time?
positive
Doug?
energy guy.
Yeah,
Thumbs sideways?
sideways, yeah.
How do you feel about Bob Knight's complicated legacy, Doug? You seem like a thoughtful guy.
I think it was good in the moment. Times have changed, and I think history has rewrote itself to be bad.
Okay. Okay. No one could hear it, but I was interested. Okay. I worship Bob Knight growing up. Yeah. I'm not talking to you, Doug. Go away. Jesus Christ. Doug, checking in. Doug's thoughts. I like Doug. Doug looks like. I'm trying to. He looks like somebody. I don't know who
It
it
looks
is.
like a character from Hey Arnold from Nickelodeon.
Okay, so he looks like
90s
a
Nickelodeon.
cartoon character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him. I like Doug. Anyway, what's going on, with you boys? What's going on the last 24 hours?
Not much. We have a couple different stories going on. There's some inner Barstool stuff, just like Tate. They announced that he was going to be.
What's going on with you guys? I'm saying, what's going on in the last 24 hours? We'll get to that stuff. Relax. Everything relax. Jesus. What's new?
We had the meeting with Julie and
Right.
the State Theater yesterday. That went well. We got the
Happy Valentine's Day, Justin.
happy Valentine's Day, Kirk. Thank you.
Are you doing anything tonight for it?
I believe I'm going to go out to dinner with my father. It's his birthday.
Do you write like little cards for all the kids in second grade, like I did when I was in second grade? Do you go to a certain school this afternoon and hand them over, or no?
I do not do that.
Okay. You don't say, "Would you like to suck on my lollipop on this Valentine's Day?" Right?
Nope,
You do not.
I do not.
So just dinner with you and your old man tonight?
I'm going to see if he's available. Yes.
Where's your mom?
She's at home. It's his birthday, so
know-
like he kind of like it's kind of been like a not
She doesn't
a,
want to go out on
not-
Valentine's Day?
not a wedge, but my dad's kind of like the guy's like it's my birthday. I'm not celebrating Valentine's Day. It's kind of a dick move, but
You just can't have dinner with her just because it's like for his birthday, though?
I guess. But I'm going to see. Maybe I'll take both.
On
of them.
Valentine's Day on your dad's birthday, you take your dad only to dinner?
Yes, it's very funny. I like to pretend like we are a homosexual couple, and he doesn't not like it.
Do you put your penis in his asshole? Like do you go?
I do not.
Okay, I didn't know how far into the bit you were because it's a strange.
I
bit.
would if comedy called for it.
You
And I'm not built for that. I'm just not.
I don't know why your mom wouldn't just go along though for dinner. I'm not. It doesn't have to be romantic if it's his birthday. Am I wrong? I don't understand.
Yeah, because they'll probably do something else some other day. She normally works
Sure.
late, so
Okay,
Tuesdays on Wednesdays.
How about you, Coleman? A lonely Valentine's Day in
Oh
Watertown?
yeah, just like the last two. So
Last two.
yeah, I think. Well, I mean, in college, I feel like there was random one-offs. I actually like started dating a girl my freshman year on Valentine's Day, which is like the worst decision you could ever make.
Or some like
Why
murder
is
in
that?
here.
Well, for one, like it's just like when you are in that relationship, then like
Home states are
Valentine's-
dumb across all time zones. I think I'm gonna go to the time zone and hear him like look on the mountain. I'm gonna do one a show in Fort Collins, Colorado next, and then in maybe Barstow, California. you
Yep,
know, or Dana Point and deal with it there. Those are I know those towns in California.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead, Coleman.
No, it's just like when you're in the relationship, then Valentine's Day gets played up to
I
be so much
don't
more.
need your. I don't need your. It's just like I don't even know what this is. So, by the way, I don't do this often, but you know, people send stuff to the studio. I thought somebody from Skechers would step up and say, "Look at this guy, with all these people watching, doing this. Old man doing this in Skechers." Because I wore my Skechers out during this event. walking
Yeah,
around.
I was about to think. I don't really realize. Didn't even look at what.
I need a fresh pair of my blue Skechers.
wear.
I'll go get them today if need be. I don't know where in down. There's got to be somewhere in downtown Chicago I can get it.
has to be.
There's that whole. I went for a long walk yesterday.
Called like Miracle Mile.
I don't know.
Could be making that up.
I have no idea. Maybe I'll go to South Side. Check it out.
What
I'm
size
there
are you?
yet. Go for a run. What's that?
What size are you?
What size am I?
Yes. Well, if people are going to send you
Yeah.
shoes.
Don't buy me. Don't worry, Justin. I'll just buy them. It's okay. But I was expecting a fresh. So I could be a Skechers star, like an older guy, kind of. You know, I mean, obviously very more athletic than Tony Romo, banging away those free throws. You can do that in your Skechers. You can host a podcast in your Skechers.
What if they asked you to do the show with your feet kicked up on the desk to show them off?
I
Here you can see them.
I could do one like that. I could do tomorrow's show like that. I could chill out. I could bro out for one episode like that. Yeah, I could do that. If I have the right people there, I get the right mood, I could do that. So how did the meeting go yesterday with Julie?
It went well. It was just kind of like just going over the back end stuff, microphones, screen size, things like that. So everything went well.
Any cause for concern?
No.
I didn't think so. No,
Any debate about it? They dumped out anything interesting or no?
No. Kyle seems like he's on top of it. We have all the specs that we used last year, so we're going to pretty much be going based off of that because we really didn't have many problems with that.
Okay.
So yeah, it went pretty smooth.
Yeah, Justin was great.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's just thank you, Coleman. Yeah. No, Coleman was great.
What was he great at, Coleman?
Yeah,
I'm sitting there.
Oh, nothing. I'm just saying compared to Julie, who was just a complete.
Oh, was she bad?
Julie did.
I mean, she talked maybe once. I don't know.
But she added nothing. Zero value.
Yeah, it was very much.
She set up the
Justin
meeting,
and I
to be
running
fair.
point. It felt like.
What's that, Justin?
She set up the meeting, to be fair.
But she did nothing in the meeting.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. All right. Okay. What else is going on? What's going on with you, Jeff? So you slept a little bit yesterday. You taped an episode.
Yeah, we taped a dozen. So your match airs tonight.
My match airs tonight. We'll be at the game-ish. No, the game will be over.
Yeah, game today. Yeah. 2 matches this week, but then we're on to a new type of 4-week match schedule next week. We're gonna do, which I'm a Sunday starts the week guy. Like I know some people think Sunday ends it, but we're gonna basically do what college basketball, college football do, where it's gonna be more college basketball. It's gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. So Sunday will be the last day of the week. Sunday has really good numbers. Our best.
I like that.
Yeah, Sunday's a great night to do it, but you can't do it during the NFL season. Just
right. Yeah.
May as well just not air it. So that's what we're going to start next week with that. So mostly dozen. You're going to do a couple of those. I don't know if people watch the dozen online or follow on social. You're going to do some of those challenges today. Those.
Oh, I am.
You got to name things on a list. Yeah.
With my foggy state, I'll do it if I'm shooting free throws during it.
Maybe okay.
If I'm here, I'm going to be shooting. I do 500-600 free throws a day when I'm here. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Is anybody really whiffed? I've watched most of them. I didn't see Eddie's yesterday with Super Bowl MVPs.
Smitty whiffed hard. Smitty did video game theme songs.
Okay.
Soundtrack, yeah, and it was not good.
What was Eddie's?
Eddie's was NFL Super Bowl MVPs, which he did well because he missed one.
The last 10, was it?
Yeah, he missed Malcolm Smith for the Seahawks, which is that is the toughest one of the last 10, no doubt.
Yeah, it was like a random Super Bowl MVP. The last 10, Jesus.
So you'll
like Mahomes.
You'll have Oscar stuff.
So Mahomes, okay. So Mahomes counts. Like Mahomes then goes back.
Last 10 unique, yeah.
Which would also be Brady too, right?
Yep, Brady will count for 2.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, like I couldn't. I'm trying to think like who the MVP. I'm trying to think of a random Super Bowl that have a random MVP other than that.
They're all pretty clear. There's Rams, Bengals. I think some people might
Rams
slip
Bengals. Up. Was that the wide receiver?
Yeah, Cooper.
Cup. Okay. Edelman.
Edelman 1-1.
Oh, there you go. All right. Yeah, I could. But I would definitely like Cooper. I would never remember that.
Yeah.
Malcolm said I would never remember. Huh. Okay. All right. And Smitty. Yeah. I saw Clemmer did a couple.
Everyone else did pretty well, so you'll get Oscar stuff.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. What else is going on, boys?
Did you mention who paid at dinner last night?
Yes, I did. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
The offer was there.
Oh my God. The offer was there. Short arms low, they call it.
This is
Just like, oh, my backers have to use the bathroom.
It's going to be a long war over many years. This is going to be a very long war over.
I'll tell you what's amazing was, our waiter was last night? David from Hull in Chicago. He needs a second job, he said.
He left mid-service, though. He had to go to McDonald's to do the night shift.
He left in the middle to go hand over his money. He's in the middle of the river. He's on a boat. No. Jeff is here on his own accord. He is here to help the show. The ticket, Jared, I'm very happy that's the very least I could do. So, but it was good, and I haven't spent any real time with Spider. I don't think. I mean, I see him. I always get along with him. Although we got into a fight almost last year at the mini golf event in Arizona.
Really, I don't remember that.
Yeah. So I was in the final pairing with me, Dave. How about this final pairing? Is me, Dave, Riggs, who choked on the 11th hole. By the way, I haven't heard syllable 1 from Riggs about this show today. So
really?
I'm assuming we're not doing it. I have no idea.
He's had a big 48 hours.
Yeah, right. He's asking Tiger Woods the questions. He's at Riviera. So classic Riggs. He's completely flow. I texted him, called me the other day. He said he was taping it, called me back. I haven't heard from him yet. So fine, whatever. We'll let him handle that. It was me, Dave, Riggs. Who was the fourth person in the final group of that mini golf last year?
It was Whitney, right?
No.
Oh, wait.
This person shot about 140 that day in that round.
Oh, man, that's going to kill me.
Super, super prominent part of Barstool right now.
I think I remember.
Like, I was stunned that this person did not participate in the free throw stuff, like in the middle of Barstool like no one else right now.
That's going to drive me nuts.
Hannah Cook.
Really?
Yes.
I almost guessed Dave's mom. I think it was mom.
She made the cut. No, I think she missed the cut. But she was.
I blew up on the clown hole. Or
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
I was right
that was
on
like
your
the double
heels.
hole, right?
Yeah, I was right on your heels. If I had birdied one of like those next two holes, like I had a chance, and then I blew up and it was over. I was awful.
Yeah, I only won by 9. But yeah, the so on that hole early on, there's one of those holes that has like a little crack. You have to putt it up and it goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Dave kept hitting he made like an 8 on the hole. And I thought at one point it hit his foot. And I was like, hit his foot, like that's a stroke. And Spider was like, what are you talking about? I was like, fuck you. And he was like, it was like me and Brandon. He's like, fuck you back to me. And then we were fine.
He gets put in that. He's usually in that ref spot.
Yes.
Not a fun spot to be.
No, it's an unwinnable spot. But I've always liked Spider. So that'll be fun.
I've been told this arena tonight has the best soft pretzel.
What?
At any arena.
Wow. I take this this is a topic I take very seriously.
So I heard about same arena we did our college basketball invitational from a couple months ago with Barstool. And I was told about it after I left. I said, if I ever go back there, and I said that jokingly.
Gotta do it.
And then I didn't realize I'd be there for the UConn game. So we got to try it.
The best soft pretzel I've ever had in my life was at the Wide World of Sports at Disney World.
Wow.
I did the marathon for the Disney Marathon. We got our numbers and did the stuff there. It was the day before the race. I had 2 of them. They were the best. Ryan Minahan would confirm that if he was up right now.
Were they Mickey shaped?
They were Mickey shaped. Yes. Can you call Ryan, guys?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
I keep forgetting it. I'm thinking it's 6:04 there, but it'd be 7:04 in Portland, Oregon, where he's doing nothing right now. I'll be curious if he passes this test. This is a big moment for him. You haven't met Ryan? No, you wouldn't have met him.
No. Wide World of Sports. For the Braves do spring training, I think.
Still do? Okay, yeah. Because they were then, because it was, all right, yeah.
Teams have moved around a lot, though.
Yeah.
Cleveland used to do it in Winter Haven. I used to go. But now
That's
they're-
right. That's
they're
where the Red
Arizona.
Sox used to do it.
Oh, I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that. Okay.
You call him?
1 second. We're just working with one board.
My grandparents live in Vero Beach, where it used to be where the Dodgers were.
Dodgers.
And they had the Dodger Town Golf Course. There was a par 6 there.
Really? How
I
long
never
was it?
played it. A par 6.
700 yards?
Yeah, I'll look it up. It was my grandfather always said that. Yeah, par 6.
Par
I'd be like, how is he
6?
stupid? He hated it.
That is dumb.
I know how Daver's doing today.
I hope he's all right. I got nothing against
667 yard par 6.
Pretzels are $6.50 at this place.
Hello.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You're not watching the show, are you?
No.
Okay, if I said you Jeff D'Lo is here, we're going to a college basketball game tonight. He said that he heard this place has the best soft pretzel he's ever, the best soft pretzel of all time.
Heard it's the best, yeah.
If I said to you, what pretzel did I say was the best of all time? What do you think I said?
The best pretzel you've ever had would be New England Patriots Gillette Stadium.
No, wrong. Rare wrong.
Wow.
Florida.
What? Yeah, Mickey Mouse pretzels are pretty damn
The
good.
Disney World, Wide World of Sports one there, right?
Yeah, those are good pretzels. But they're not better than Gillette.
All right, nobody needs to hear you pontificate. Goodbye. See you later. Go do something. So there you go. All right. Yeah. He was a fan. Justin, you've had those old Gillette ones, right?
Yes, very good.
That's the one that Cullinane, if you remember, is super passionate about.
Yeah, I got them this past season. Was not great.
Did not age well, but those were good. Yeah, nothing beats it's got to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, what salt level are we talking? Because I'll take it off if it's too much.
Yeah, no, I need to be. This maybe the best way to describe it. Like I want like 2 to 3 pieces of salt per like small bite.
Little.
Yeah, like just enough.
Yes, but not if it's
Too
too
much
it's
is
over.
ridiculous.
It's like French fries. Too much, it's over.
Do you dip it in anything?
Me?
Yes. Yeah, that's a stupid.
What do I dip
question.
it in?
Some people like mustard or cheese.
Yeah, I don't.
No, it's you got to let it.
I'm a cheese guy.
I'm also like if I'm in a mall and I get a soft pretzel, It's a soft pretzel or the nuggets or the bites with the Diet Coke. And then I know people are like, well, get the cheese. Like, I don't, no, it's a 2-hand job.
Too busy. That's too busy.
That's it.
I'm with you. Good. Now I'm excited. I don't care about the stupid game. Now I'm excited.
It's been hyped up to me. Like, and
Does DePaul have any chance?
24 favorites.
This would be a
UConn.
Titanic. People would be storming the floor.
This would be one of the biggest upsets in major college hoops in regular season last.
This would be a storming the floor win.
Absolutely.
Will it be
If they
packed?
even have fans there to storm the floor.
Will there be nobody there with number one team in the country?
So they say. I mean, they're courtside seats for $175.
Jesus. So I owe $175?
No.
I'm happy to pay. Is that what it was?
I'm
You
not.
use a
I'm
certain
not.
app for these tickets?
I just want people to go with me.
There's no video where you're like, hey, I use this app to get
No,
these.
they said they could have,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to wait. I had to wait. I'm like, I kind of want to just.
Do we have so we don't have, who would you, if you had to guess the fourth, who would it be?
I don't know. There's no one around right now.
There's some good energy, guys.
It's
here.
Valentine's Day too.
These fucking pigs? Like, who's going on with White Sox Dave or Eddie? On
Like
Valentine's
normally,
Day?
like a Nick KB.
Right.
I'd ask like White Sox Dave. I think White Sox Dave. I have
Eddie,
no idea.
no?
That's a guess. I don't know.
Eddie's a good, like, he'd be like a good fourth.
Eddie.
I'd much rather have Eddie than
Eddie?
Mutt.
I'll ask
Much
Eddie.
rather. You will ask Eddie.
Yeah.
I would love to go to dinner with Eddie and Spider and you. Take you guys out to dinner for
Mutt
Valentine's
listening
Day.
as he boards the plane, going,
Mutt,
"Fuck."
Mutt landing in Chicago, unable to pay. I'm happy to pay for the dinner, and then have a nice night of college basketball, college hoops. Yeah, Danny Hurley. I'm sure he'll be passionate and he'll swear and stuff like that.
All right, that's my guy.
You know what I'm saying? He's whatever. All right, good.
They're really fucking good, so it'll be fun to watch. I hope they also have a huge game this weekend, so I hope they don't come in here really just not caring.
Overlook
which is
it.
a
I mean,
big
yeah.
possibility.
All right. What do you think of that, Justin? You may see me tonight courtside.
Oh, that'd be good. Is this game broadcast anywhere?
Yeah, it
I'm
should
going to
be-
guess the game is televised tonight. Yeah. It's
I don't know.
not-
Some,
I
I
think
mean,
it might be
DePaul
CBS
is like BC. Some BC game.
All right. It's not BC, DePaul.
Why don't you and your buddy Coleman from your house broadcast the game at the same time while it's happening? You and Nick.
Oh, call the game.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah,
The DePaul
alternate
game, you're
broadcast.
saying?
Last time DePaul made the tournament, I believe BC was a 4 seed. BC was really good. Craig Smith, they beat Pacific in double overtime. They're a really good
Yes.
team.
Craig Smith, that was one of the names in the championship of the
It
dozen
was.
last year. Some controversy
A
about
lot of
that.
people did not like that. They're like, you gave a Boston guy Boston, which is
I
the
think
college
it's
thing doesn't dawn on me that much.
I also like me. That's like,
yeah, it doesn't. That doesn't dawn on me all that much.
I think that was not the championship game,
It was the final. It was the final.
which we won by like 10 points.
Yeah.
that's back when Well, anyway, what else is going on?
We could do that tonight. We could do an alternate broadcast of the.
I don't really care. What else is going on?
Steve just had this tweet.
Steve from Gloucester.
Steve from Gloucester, yes. Thank you to those who reached out privately and for the encouraging words on the Kirk Minahan show. Most of what is going on is okay. Just privately processing and dealing with a problematic tweet that was escalated to me by multiple people. We'll record the consistency pod this week. Thanks again.
Okay, whatever.
I don't understand what.
But what words were encouraging on this show? I'm not being encouraging of Steve. I try not to.
think so.
What was encouraging?
I think you said like you throw out the like I like Steve, and so I think that's what
When
you're
you know
talking
when I say that doesn't really mean I like them.
I know that. Yes.
Like I'm like I like Daver. I'm like that means I don't like hate him. I don't like him. I don't know him. I want to be discouraging to Steve, honestly. Like
Soupy Steve.
yeah. Is he? So he's back on social? Or was he never on? Off?
No,
social?
he was never off. He just made his account like private, so new followers had to like be approved by him.
Oh, okay, great.
Problematic.
Jesus Christ. What else is going on? Anything not? Whatever. What's the best story you got?
The best story I got is so Jack Edwards did a Bruins game last night.
Yeah. So I was texting back for an old buddy of mine about this way before. I know Jack Edwards is the play-by-play guy for the Bruins television in Boston. And one of my early battles at EI, because I thought he stinks. I just think he stinks as an announcer. And
Well-
he came on when I did weekends. You probably don't know that. Remember this, Justin?
I do not.
And we battled back and forth. He was a good sport about it. And then after that, we would talk once in a while. People hate him now, I think, right? He's not like beloved anymore.
So like for a while he was like loved, but he was hated by like the hockey community, but Boston kind of like held on to him. It was like he's
Like
our
a
guy.
chicklets thing going on with him too, or something. I could be making that up.
I don't know, but like he's our guy. But now everyone,
Broadcast
even
for
like
them tonight, by the way.
What's that?
Big broadcast for them tonight.
Oh yeah, they're
HBO Max, I think.
that's right. It's like that
Somewhere else?
Manning cast,
RA.
right? RA.
Wit and Biz, but all right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God, it's the like a cokier HBO performer in history. Who would that even be?
Sequel to that the weekend show. What was that?
Right. Oh, the Sam Levinson show. Yeah. Jesus Christ! They should have Cocaine Bear too. Just have him run around in a bear costume the whole time tonight. But that's good. Yeah, that's huge for them. But he is. So I don't know the clip you're about to play. I haven't heard it, but I've gotten a few sent to me by people this year. These like sounds. I assume is what this is, Justin.
Yeah, so it's like the past couple of years, he's kind of been like falling off a cliff. He's taken some time off. No one really knows what it is, but this was him last night.
Everybody says this about you, and I'm in on that. You have made me a better person by the example you set.
Well, appreciate that. Thank you, Jack. It means a lot.
Since Brad Marchand became a time Bruin.
Is this during the game?
This is this is the play-by-play. Yes, the game is
This
going
is like
on.
intermission? Like what?
No, this is
What?
this is 9 minutes into the second period.
Oh Jesus!
So he sounds either he's
That's
intoxicated
like me
or
yesterday. Jesus, I feel. I mean, I actually like Jack. I don't have any problems. I feel bad. The stuff with that is like if it's going on, something's going on in somebody's life. Something, God for I don't know a thing. Something's going on with his brain, or something's going on and he's some illness. That's like none of our business. But
Yeah.
it is. He's on television. So like if Jimmy Fallon was acting like that, obviously there's been rumors about him, but I'm saying if Jimmy Fallon acted like that in the show, people are watching it. There's advertisers. Like you need some to not talk about it at all is very, and they haven't, to my knowledge, is very strange. Like I always ask this, where's Chad Finn? Like here's what I would say before we get into it. There should be some kind of watchdog posting about this once a week in some sort of stack form. You know what I mean? Whether it's, they might be hyper-focused on horse racing or whatever. But if somebody claims to be a media expert, like, I don't know if you guys have any suggestions who could do this, but like somebody should be getting into this story right now as opposed to waiting for that second interview with D'Angelo's.
Could be
You know
good
what I mean?
to like put out on Friday.
Let's
too.
go have working at that Subway, the exit off of Yukon. All he cares about is Yukon. That exit off of Yukon was that Subway and that strip club. You know what I'm talking about? What is that? What's that strip club? You know what I'm talking about?
What's he gonna do there?
At the Subway? He'll work at the Subway.
Oh, they work at the strip club.
He'll be a
He goes
bouncer
to
at the
the
street. Yeah, he's fit.
The bouncer.
Yeah, he would just because he'll drive 50 miles to the gym, so he'll drive 100 miles to Subway probably.
Mardi
Like,
Gras.
where's Mudstack been in this story, Justin? Like I know about the story for months.
Well, the problem with that is that this sound came from last night and it's Wednesday.
No, but forget that. I'm saying I've seen people send me the clips like this for months. So not as bad as that, but bad. Where is Mudstack? Where's Mudstack on this? Where? He called me yesterday. I called him back. Nothing. So he's probably not even. Somebody sent me a clip like this. Not that bad, but bad. Like about 6 weeks ago, and I was like, wow. So, I mean, I feel bad, but that's very weird. What's your theory, Coleman? You're a medical guy.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, Fridays would be the perfect time to release something.
What's wrong with Jack Edwards, dummy? Not on the Mudstack. I handle that.
What's
wrong? You're a medical guy? What's that to do with Mudstack?
I don't know. No, I think that like he's slurring his speech clearly, unless he's just hammered.
Jeff, nothing gets by this guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it could be he's hammered.
So what do you think it is? So when my dad first got sick,
I think it might be a stroke.
Well, Jeff's dad is passed away. Both my parents are dead. Jeff wrote a long blog post about this and credit Will Compton. I got no credit. That's neither here nor there. I'm not here to litigate that right now. It's fine. No big deal. I've talked to Jeff about this many times over the years, but whatever. It's Will puts a dumb quote up there and Jeff gets starry. I understand. It's the bro zone. Now, what's the gambling thing? What's it called? The Dana
Tunnel of
White
Chaos?
The tunnel of chaos. When my dad first got really, really sick, we knew what was going on that first day. He sounded like that. His speech was super slurred and stuff, and it just turned out his kidneys were failing and everything was shutting down. We thought it was a brain thing. That's how my dad's brother died about 5 years before that was. So we thought that's what it was. So I don't know what's going on. I'm sure it's very weird that he's on the air, but at the same time, I don't want to tell somebody they can't work. But like his job is to articulate and do a broadcast. I don't know. right?
He's the play-by-play guy of hockey, like the fastest moving sport. It's
Right.
impossible
Yeah.
to. He's saying a word a second. It's crazy.
Dale is so excited. He is like just waiting.
I thought he retired from that life.
Play by play, handing with Brick on the road, that'd be tough to pass up. What were you gonna say, Jim?
I feel like this happens quite often with announcers too, especially up in age. They people have a hard time pushing them out. Those usually color
He's
commentators.
not super old though.
Or analysts, whatever you call it now. Yeah, it's so.
You would know him. He did SportsCenter for years. Jack Edwards. Yeah.
Oh, that Jack. Yeah, no, I do know Jack Edwards.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that
He's
one.
66.
He was young. What's that?
He's 66 years old.
Oh, he's that old now. Jesus, yeah, I guess.
Still not.
But that's not like.
I mean, for an announcer, you can do that until you're.
That's what I mean. Like that's not that much. Jim Nance is probably 64 now. 63. Went to college with his friend. His roommate in college. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. That's too bad. That's too bad. I actually don't dislike Jack at all. So I hope he's okay. I mean, if I hate him, I'd feel bad. Sounds better than Jerry. I'll say that.
It's true. Was there any new episodes of Jerry still? I still don't think I've seen anything.
Feels like it might be your job to find out, Coleman. I don't know. What
No,
the hell
I
you
know.
asking?
I just
fucking
like-
look it up.
I am, but
What the fuck? I was up for 35 hours in a row.
No, it's still
no, it's still nothing though.
January 24th.
Yeah. Don't you think you would know that if there was a new episode up?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
What's going on with you?
How's he feeling about Thursday? How you feeling about Thursday?
Oh boy, it's gonna be a rough scene.
Yeah, I mean the way.
You better hope there's something happens the next 2 days because he texted me yesterday, but it's still on his mind. So
Oh, great.
yeah.
Get your ducks in a row. That's all I'm gonna say.
Need a new season of Mandel, I guess.
What is your
Dune 2.
Yeah, mention Dune 2.
I will offer you a lifeline here.
I will say this: if he's yelling at Coleman, and Coleman says, "Are you excited for Dune 2?" I don't think that's going to help.
Zendaya. You see the
He
pop
told me during the Super Bowl stream that it's dress up for the opening night type excitement for him.
Character dress up?
Yes, imagine Dave. We're going to see the movie in Miami, and Dave's there as like a Fremen. Like, I'm just saying, Coleman. I know the narrative. I don't like you. I'm giving you a lifeline here.
Right. At least sweet. It's a punch. You have a chance at least if you're.
With
What
Dune
is your
2?
actual?
Dune 2 is my life rap. That's terrible.
Just be like, look.
What is your strategy? I mean, you deal with me, so you have some idea of how it goes. But when he's really going at you, I mean, it's the guy who signs your checks.
Yeah.
What is your? Knowing that I told him, by the way, I don't know if you saw this in the broadcast. If I had known these tweets about you, I would have never hired you.
Oh. Well, you did defend me though, so I appreciate that. Like overall,
I did?
Yeah, I think you said in that clip. You were like, "He's my guy. I gotta defend him." So I.
You said like
appreciate
none of this shit about Bailey Carling came out before Coleman simped all over him.
I know, but I don't know. I'm kind of ready to take Dave's side on this one.
I would have.
If Dave says to me, "You got to fire Coleman," in the past, with Steve, I said no. If he said to me right now, you have to fire Coleman, I'd be like, he's fired.
Oh.
As someone who's has had Dave go
I just started the company when this happened.
Yeah, and it's happened before. He's yelled at me for other things too, but I just wish you luck.
I mean, yeah, I'm lucky that it doesn't. I'm in a different position. Like, I'm not saying that Dave. I work for Dave, but like when he yells, I yell back at him. Like it's a different. We just have a different dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I think Coleman's probably a different spot than I am in this situation.
I'm not sure playing up that Bailey was not. I think problem yet would be the smartest move.
I don't necessarily think that's what I'd say. I just like I really didn't know the extent of the hatred from Dave there, and
I would just fall on the sword.
That's
if you just want it to get over with, I would just be like, you're exactly right. I was a fucking idiot. It won't happen again.
That's exactly what I think too.
Say you were really high on spice.
I don't believe you, but still, yes, just do the whole right. Or yes, that's what I would do. We'll see. I mean, maybe it won't even come up. Who knows? You never know. I will say it's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Well, here tomorrow, and we'll talk about the free throw stuff. We'll talk a little bit, a couple of other things, but as of right now, nothing else is flying around. I don't think.
Yeah, not really. It's just been like DraftKings free throws and
right. DraftKings will do some of that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I guess the Chicklets cast tonight with Whitney on, but yeah.
Oh right, yeah, Whitney's in there tomorrow, so we'll do some of that. But even Whitney's not super into like discussing his stuff. Like, you know what I mean? He's kind of he would much rather hear you get yelled at than talk about him.
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
As would we all. I was going to bring something up on that. I don't know. Anyway, what else?
Speaking of Dana White, so a podcast with Howie Mandel.
This was fake. This was fake, right? Don't you think this was staged?
Well, they don't address it afterwards.
Oh, they
So
don't.
it
Did you
must
see this?
be.
Oh.
So Howie Mandel is a podcast, which is made like I actually listened to an episode. I don't like Howie Mandel for some reason. I've never been. My friend Matt Quinn is a huge Howie Mandel fan. I am not a huge Howie Mandel fan.
Big germaphobe.
Huge germaphobe. He's had an amazingly long career. He was on St. Elsewhere. I mean, he's had like a 40-year career in entertainment. He's kind of.
I mean, Deal or No Deal was what, like 04, 05?
Yes, and then he was on whatchamacallit as well, the Stern Show, right? The
America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Still on it.
Oh, he's still on it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's an unbelievable run. Like, and for somebody I've never found particularly like fun. But he's had like a remark. I think they tried a talk show at some point. So we had on Dana White, who I personally have no use for. I just don't like his character. I don't find there's sort of this bro. Like I put Elon Musk in that category now. I just don't like their personalities. You know, would I have taken his money if I'd been in Las Vegas? Yes, I probably would have. But Howie Mandel was on there, and was it at the end of it, Justin?
No, it was how it started. Like
I thought they were rapping. It sounded like they were wrapping it up the way he was talking.
No, well,
okay.
on YouTube, this is how it starts.
No, you might be right. I just saw like on Twitter like a 20-second clip. So go ahead.
If you watched the live last week, I told you I was wishing, and sometimes when you wish upon a star, the star shows up. Dana White, you are an amazing guy. I can't thank you enough for being here. You and Ginger seem to be getting along. You are not only an amazing businessman, you are an inspiration, you are a philosopher. The way you do business, the way you conduct your business and your friendships and media is, I'm jealous. But Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
He pushes the mic away and just gets up and leaves.
Yeah, took Robbie Fox off his lap, put him down, and walked out. It was remarkable. I don't get the like. That's fine, but like, why go on then? I mean, honestly, for Howie Mandel, it's probably a win, right? I mean, it's like a bunch of like, who the hell knew? You didn't know. Like, who the hell would know Howie Mandel on a podcast before that? But why do that?
I only did Colin. They don't like this. I only did because he interviewed the scumbag from Vanderpump Rules, the one who cheated. That was that big chaos last year. Howie Mandel had the first interview, and Howie Mandel had no idea what happened on the show.
I wouldn't even know. That's a Colin show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. You watch that show?
Not as much as now, but I did used to watch.
Oh, you're a big Vanderpump guy.
I do like Bravo shows. Yeah.
Okay, like Below Deck, the one that Kate watches.
Actually, don't like Below Deck.
Oh, okay.
I don't fully get that one.
That's one where they just go below deck and like bang, I think, and then
Yeah.
talk about it the next day.
Something happens.
Do you like the show? Like they just
Yeah.
They pretty. It's like you rent out a yacht.
Or they bang like the guests that like come
The
on
waitresses or
show.
something.
feels inappropriate. I don't know. So I didn't really.
So that's a video clip. He gets up and he walks out.
He just left. And I think he does a show with. Is it his daughter? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's his daughter, and then the guest was like just some Facebook famous guy.
Guy with tattoos or something. I saw.
Yeah.
Where does he do it from?
I imagine. I'm going to guess without knowing that he lives in either Vegas or L.A.
Does he? There's like a lot of
He could be in
Americans Got
Austin,
Talent
too.
residencies in Vegas, and obviously Dana White's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's probably Super Bowl. He's probably there for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't shock me. That was like a setup.
That feels. I mean, like, why is Dana White suddenly so conflicted?
Like Dana only had like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess. I'm sure they know each other. I feel like they'd be in the same circle.
Yeah.
So yeah, felt fake to me, Justin, but we'll find out. I guess, or we won't. I don't know.
I've long said that about Steve from Gloucester's appearances in the show, all set up.
All bits.
Yep.
We write them all out.
It's a guy you hired, a paid actor.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, how's your relationship with Steve right now?
I haven't a DM from him. Let's see. Let's read.
He hasn't DM'd you in a while?
Let's read the last DM.
That means he will.
You must have gotten an invite.
Here we go. Let's
Too ashamed because of his tweets.
What's that?
He's too ashamed because of his tweets.
I know, Coleman. We went over that already.
Oh, I agreed to go on the podcast. That was the last time we talked.
Oh, but he doesn't have guests on anymore.
No.
That's tough. He got bumped. That's tough for the ego.
He DM'd me on Tuesday, February 6th. Haha, who is that guy with an impression of me? Very creative. Who was that? Who did the impression of Steve? It was very funny.
Oh, I don't know. He said it to you?
Yeah, who did that? It was a very funny
He asked you
impression.
who it was? How would you know?
I think I retweeted it.
Oh, okay. It wasn't you, though, was it? Or was
Do you guys know who it was?
This is in studio that this happened?
I don't even,
It was a
I
it
remember-
must have been a tweet that I
watched some of
retweeted.
Mike was on with that idiot
McFuss
Beanbag
Tab.
Ramen, McFusstabby, and they were doing old show
bits.
No, it was
Or
caller bits.
Yeah.
call bits. I listened to someone running this morning, and at one point they referenced somebody in Louisiana, and I had like this vague, but there are so many things I don't remember. That's one of them. Like the way you're looking at me, I thought maybe it was you calling as a joke.
Oh.
Okay, I don't
They
know.
said, by the way, we'd love to have you on an episode, mainly movie,
that's the way-
sports, and doesn't talk.
That's the way Steve starts something, like an
Yeah.
invitation is by first talking about himself and then saying, "Oh, by the way," like
I'm gonna find it. Because there was an impression that I found
it was funny.
hilarious.
Okay, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. What do you got, Justin?
I do have the list of Mount Kirkmore, whoever we picked.
Yeah, I'll be curious. Were they all pretty memorable, or like ones that I would remember?
For the most part, once you like explain them a little bit. So Mike started off with Fuck Doll Emporium, Nicolas Cage Caller, Kirk's Landscaper, and Billboard Chart Guy. Fuss had Sponsors Cure Illness. So that was like he explains it like how you would say like, oh, if you put this on your eyes or if you take this medication.
Retro Man.
Yes.
That was if I'm not wrong, very, very, very early in the show's history.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it had to be because Getro Man was the first ad we did, I think, after Miltons. Miltons, a store for men, by the way. 3 great locations. Go to miltons.com right now. Get your great clothes. Look good, feel good, change your life. What I said was, Jeff, this is before your time. We had Roman as an early sponsor on the show.
Yep.
I'm sure you've had
Row.co.
them.
Yep. Had that.
And the copy was .com, and I hadn't read it, and I just said, "What is Getro Man?" Like I didn't know. And then I did a show with, I think Mike was there for it. I think early on, and I said, "Does it work for other stuff? Like who knows? Like if you wipe it on your eyeballs, maybe Mike could see. If you eat it, maybe it cures cancer." They didn't like that.
No,
not fans.
And they asked us to stop doing it. This was early. I was a younger man then, I think, and I was like, "Oh." And then we talked about the meeting that we had, and I did it some more, and then. We have not done, long way of saying we have not had Romans in about 4.5 years. But Getro Man was a good caller, right? Was he a caller? Or,
I think
he's
Steve's
Steve's friend, wasn't it?
No, he wouldn't. This was before callers. He would like send in
Just
advertisements to the show.
Right. Coleman, you've probably heard those.
I have, yeah.
That is Steve's friend.
I believe it's Mike.
Mike? I did his radio show. Remember Steve put me on, wanted me to do his radio show?
Yes.
I think. I'm getting confused, but
I think he had like an arch nemesis too. That was like a separate audio thing by the same guy.
No, that was DEC.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
right. Yeah, something like that. So, okay, all right, give me the other picks.
Sponsors Cure Illness.
I'm a little concerned because Jeff's thumb, there's a long history of DMs between these two. This thumb is...
I just sent Coleman the...
Okay, how long?
I scrolled back and found where I tweeted about it.
How far back you scroll? How many times you messaging this guy?
No, there wasn't DMs. It was tweets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was about a week ago.
If
I just sent him if you want to play.
If you give it a second. If you message Steve today at say 11:30, how quickly does he respond?
Let's see.
Oh, you're doing that. Oh, he's watching now, though.
That's true.
But I'm saying, if you're in the middle of normally, how quickly would you respond? Immediately, or?
I don't know. I'm a little surprised if he's watching right now. I'm kind of shocked he hasn't DM me right now.
I think he's in this reflective period right now. Let me hear the Steve impression.
Trying to get it real quick. 1 sec.
The account Box Eating Dad.
Oh, sure. It's a famous account.
Yep.
It'll just take a second.
First DM he ever sent me is very funny. Because it all comes back around to him.
All right, it's a little bit of a choose your own adventure here.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is that not it?
Go on.
Sorry, we're just working with one board, so it's hard to like pull up normally. Here it is.
Hey, it's D from Gloucester. So, with the Davis scandal, I just don't know. I don't know where this guy's head is at, borrowing all the money and stuff.
That's not bad.
You know
That's
what?
not bad.
I'd break his fucking kneecaps. But As Stanley Druckenmiller once said, if you're running a business for the long term, the last thing you should be doing is borrowing money to buy back stock.
I like the beginning
That's
is
good, yeah.
I just don't know. Yeah, so his first ever DM to me was in November. Hey Jeff, hope all is well. Your guthy bullshit tweet cracked me up the other day. Keep up the good work. I really enjoyed the dozens for having Barstool, which I do appreciate that. But then it comes back around to take care. And I believe I'm back on with Kirk Friday. Of
course,
should be interesting. Take care,
of course.
Yeah. Take me with 2 take cares. Yeah.
Did you guys see the Fawcett's little video last night?
I did.
Yeah.
That was a one take each take, huh? There was not a lot.
Well, it's like just throw on a different shirt and then keep on brushing your teeth, I guess.
He had no script. He was just like stuck. The last half of it was like just bringing it. A classic Fawcett.
John from Warren.
Yeah, did you see it? The toothbrush.
Fucking psycho. All he does is start fake
phase
beefing
one.
people.
I want to hear it. It was dreadful. I'm getting. I got a message, Coleman, from the annoying ticket guy.
Okay.
Kyle.
Coleman took his grandma to Banners at the Garden and had no idea a Bruins game was going on as thousands of jerseys passed by him in front of the arena. True or false?
Very true, but I didn't pick the location.
The person who sent it to him said, Coleman's taking his grandma to the Banners right now off a grandson. He also didn't know what game was going on. Asked who was playing in the middle of 200 Bruins jerseys and Capitals shirts.
I obviously
this guy said, not me. This guy said gay and retarded. No,
I
don't
know
if that meant your grandmother was retarded. I don't know if it meant both of you or
that's our duo name.
Yes, I don't know.
No, I obviously.
What was this? What an idiot you are.
I obviously know it's. I obviously know it's a Bruins game. As I'm talking to the guy, a guy in a Rangers jersey starts walking up the stairs, and I'm like, "Wait, are the Rangers playing today?" And that's all I said. But like, I know it's a Bruins game. It's clearly not Celtics.
Is your religious grandmother?
Yeah, she was in for the weekend, and I met up with some family I'd actually never met that are kind of from the area, and they said Banners. So that's why I was there. I was like, "This is a random."
That's an enormous bar that's connected to the Garden.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
You didn't
went there.
Realize like when you're driving in and there's all this traffic and you weren't like, fuck this, let's find somewhere
What
else.
an awful time. What an awful
terrible.
place to go.
It's brutal.
They like wanted to watch the game during that time. So
go watch it in the bar and like
off,
go
then.
watch it in the grill in like Watertown or.
I agree completely.
Because you're physically close to the game. What are they stupid? Your whole family's stupid.
Listen, I've never met these people until that day.
I've never met. Who are they?
So they're my mom's cousin. It was like my mom's cousin and like her dad's brother.
Your aunt's kids?
No. My mom's cousin.
Cousin Coleman. Your mom's cousins.
Yes.
So so your grandmother is who to them?
She is like aunt through marriage, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your grandmother, how old is your grandmother?
I think she's 74, maybe around there.
Okay. Nice. All right. Okay. So she's
maybe a little older, actually. Maybe like
she's still traveling like on her own. She can go to Boston by whatever.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. She goes like all over the world on her own. Like she just travels. She loves to travel.
Okay. We don't have to write a book about her. So the other thing about you just knowing nothing. Like, why wouldn't you just be like, it's right next? Why wouldn't you just? You didn't feel like you're in a position to say we should go somewhere else.
I'm just an easygoing guy. I just wanted to show up, and they picked everything. I was like, cool. Like, I'm here. That's all.
Who are you talking to that ratted this out to the annoying ticket guy?
I didn't talk to anyone. This guy
said it. The ticket guy talked to somebody who said it to me. He said, yeah.
He talked to me. I walked up and
Kyle?
he was just there. Yeah. And he was like,
That's
hey.
what I'm saying. So you did talk to somebody. Yeah.
Him. Yeah. So it wasn't like.
Well, that's what I said.
Okay. Yeah. But it sounded like you were saying.
He also didn't know what game was going on and asked who's playing in the middle of 200 Bruins jerseys.
Yeah.
And
No. I'm asking who the other team is because I saw a Rangers guy.
You know who the Capitals are in hockey?
The what?
You know who the Capitals are?
Yeah. Washington.
Well, okay, it was okay.
That was a Google what?
Right, with
That's
that nickname, I would hope.
All right, yeah, sure.
How was the conversation? When was the game?
I want to say it was around like 3:30, maybe.
No. When in history? Not what time?
Oh. It was Saturday.
It was this past week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
It was like a birthday dinner, basically.
They lost. They got shut out.
Oh, that's bad.
Your
It was a
cousins
birthday
must have
dinner?
been
Did you have a cake?
No, it was like birthday lunch, I guess. So I just like got normal.
Who's
lunch.
there? I always find this interesting.
Yeah,
That would
it
be
was so. It's so
my
strange.
grandmother. They're all passed away, but she said to me, "Hey, I'm going to Rafters, and there's some other family members you've never met before. I would say I would rather drive to anywhere else on Earth than have to sit through that. But you're like a friendly guy.
Yeah, I don't mind conversation, new people. I think it's interesting to like.
You know, your birthday? I feel like it's my birthday. I don't want to be meeting new family today.
It wasn't his actual birthday though.
Yeah, no, it was 2 days before.
It's
Yeah.
the same birthday. Yeah, right. So you're there, okay? And what was like how many people were there?
It was me, Grandma Sue, my mom's cousin Mark, and his wife Barbara.
How old are they?
They're like
What an
mid
awful
50s, late 50s, maybe.
This is
Awful
brutal.
group.
Oh my
Awful
god.
setup.
Oh, I
That
know.
sounds so fucking awful. I would
know.
rather go to dinner with Chaps and Nate than go with fucking Sue and Barbara and Mark. That just sounds like a dreadful line.
And then there was Mark's father, Larry.
Oh my! What was his name?
Larry.
Mark's father, Larry,
Yeah.
who's probably 100. He's there, and then it's you. You're with and you.
That's it. Yeah, that's the group. So, but the worst part is Larry, like towards the tail end of this dinner, he starts like having some like heart palpitations or something. And he starts
The
like
last person she sees is Coleman sitting there
Followed by a 2-hour drive out of Boston to a vent parking and being letting out.
he's gasping.
Watching guys on the ground look at him and sees Coleman eating his fucking like his dessert, stuffing in his face while he's dying. Jesus Christ, Coleman. Sue, Barbara, Larry,
and Mark, yeah,
and Coleman. What is your role in that? Are you
I
like the
don't
young-
know. It was almost like I had to like.
You should have invited Justin. You would have gotten that, right, Justin?
Oh, 100%.
It would honestly that would have been kind of great. Yeah.
What was your role? What was your role in that? That's a tough spot. Like, You're almost like your grandmother's date.
Did you park in like a parking garage and like pay
No,
$40?
I had to pay like the event price or whatever. It was
Exactly,
so
what the
ass. I don't know.
You pay $50 to eat with these people?
Yeah, basically.
That's fucking crazy. And also, they probably have a different menu for like game day. That's everything's surged up and.
Did your grandmother bring any priest to this?
No. So she tried to get me to go to like a birthday mass that
Oh.
morning, but I was with like it was like a private birthday.
Does grandma
mass.
is grandma rocking ashes today?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
This
might
is
actually go and do that.
as old as I am. This is my whatever 50th Ash Wednesday. When I was running this morning, I said to some people, it's still weird. Every year, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that's every year because I never know. Jerry, you'll know this answer, Justin. Who is Jerry always praises every day this year? Do you know?
Oh, is it Tebow?
I consider her a good friend, by the way.
Oh, you know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
What's that?
Is it Tebow?
It's not Tebow.
Oh, it's who's
Tony
that?
Reale.
Tony Reale.
I worked with him for about a year and a half at GMA.
He's a nice guy, right?
Amazing guy.
Yeah, everyone says he's a super nice guy.
Like one is still every now and then still talk to him, but
Yeah.
an amazing guy.
Yeah.
Went to my high
Jerry.
school.
Oh, is that right?
Tony Reale, yeah, I've met him before. He
You got guts. He wore ashes today on.
I love that reaction.
So we'll do it again this year. You still do that show where you,
Yeah,
the points.
You hit a huge milestone recently for that.
That's a crazy.
It started
run
like
of
20. I think it was like 20.
He wasn't part. He wasn't
was 25
well,
years.
He wasn't part of the interruption that long, right? I mean, you think about the history of the show now.
No, he. No, I guess in relative to then, no, but he still was doing it. Not
I think he
long.
double dipped, right? For a while.
Yeah, he'd do around the horn,
Yeah.
then he'd go in and he would do. What's pardon my take? Pardon the interruption.
Somebody else told me I did the same thing. Somebody told me he was a very nice too. Yeah, 'cause I made fun of him once. I felt bad then because I thought he was a nice guy.
Mincy's got the ashes on.
Oh, does he really?
Nick drew dry erase marker on his forehead.
On Mincy's
They
forehead.
couldn't figure out how to do. So they were going to do ashes in the back of the building. He was going to bring paper, but Big Cat went through hay for needle in the haystack. So there is a farm's worth of hay in the back of this building.
Oh,
and Nick's like, I'd rather not set the city on fire.
That makes sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mincy
What was
lights
that?
the Chicago office on fire.
It probably wouldn't be good. I told Mincy yesterday. I saw him that my favorite clip of last year at Barstool was Mincy driving into Brandon's garage on Thanksgiving. I mean, that was garage, his driveway on Thanksgiving. That was I watched like 50 times that day.
We talked a little weird. They were talking about the 7 deadly sins. We were talking about man boobs for a little bit.
Yeah,
I got challenged to weight loss competition by Andy Mayo.
You did?
Yeah, he says like I'm gonna lose more. I've lost like 10 pounds since in the last probably month or
Good.
so.
Yeah, you look good. Yeah.
Since he said I was fatter than him.
Andy, that lit a fire under you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy Mayo. So, yeah, Mayo looks gross. He was here last. Didn't you think he looked bad last week? You guys who were there, who saw?
Oh yeah, he looked rough.
All right, shut up.
He has a look. He has a. I mean, his outfit, his wardrobe is Like it's the mayo.
Yeah, like he's Ed Helms. Like he just is. He's Ed Helms.
He's not really.
So, only,
like-
so, all right, so who's so at Rafters? So everyone's
yeah.
there. It's like a game. Like
Yeah.
what's the seating arrangement?
Oh, horrible. So it's Larry.
I picture you next to Larry. You know?
No. I was like diagonal from him, and he's just like not
Oh,
talking.
it's in like is it in the booth or is it like an open seating?
Open seating table, like in the
That's
far
good, that's
corner,
better.
which is that was helpful. But
Uh-huh.
it's like Larry diagonal to me. Across from him is Mark, and then Barbara and Grandma Sue are directly across from each other, and I'm in this weird like catty corner, left corner.
What is your role? Like, are you an energy? Are you quiet? Are they ask you questions?
They're feeding questions and like telling stories about like growing up or whatever, and like trying to like put the pieces together of how we're related somewhat.
That's not that complicated. No, I don't know. That seems like it took
I
like 30
mean,
steps.
when you never met people before and you're just like sitting down and like
Grandmother must have met them though, right?
Yeah, no, she knows them and everything, and I've heard the names before, maybe thrown around, but like never much or have met them in person. No.
So you're the youngest person by like 40 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a nice guy though. You could probably do that, I guess.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, when Larry started dying at the end, though, I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Who picked up the check?
Mark did.
Oh, that's nice of Mark.
Yeah.
What'd you eat?
What did I have? I think I just had a burger. I was just, yeah.
Probably have a limited menu.
For the game?
Probably. A lot of places do that. No Patriots place does that during Patriots games.
Yeah. Have you ever been there, the Raptors, Justin, or no?
I believe that might have been the place Jared Carabas was having like a WrestleMania watch along that I went to.
That's right. He did. That's right. Oh, he did?
I believe so.
Yes.
Was that Rafters or Banners?
It was Banners was where I was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I don't know, whatever the hell it's called. Okay. What else?
I have that Mincy video. You wanted to hear it?
Not really. What else?
Did you see this thing about Rachel Dolezal, how she changed her name and is a teacher now, but then also only has it in OnlyFans?
Yeah, that had been out for a while. I knew that because people sent
Okay.
me a bunch of stuff with her because I was a fan of hers. But yeah, she's on OnlyFans.
Yeah, it was like circulating again yesterday for some reason.
Yeah, I don't
had
know
never
why.
heard
Sometimes
that.
things go like, yeah. What's the status of these OnlyFans Barstool people? Is that quieted down?
I know.
Are they still doing it? Huh.
Here, I can look it up.
Was that just?
I'll look it up.
Yeah, let me look it up. I know you're a subscriber to probably multiple ones. I think Megan Making Money is on there, right? Who I saw yesterday. I believe she has an OnlyFans.
There was a
account.
point in the broadcast of the free throw where where PFT, KB, and Nick were doing something. You can just hear the Mega Making Money comes over and they're like, "Oh no, we're all set." I think she was offering them sandwiches.
She did bring them food.
My take on
That I
this.
was sitting right behind them.
My take on this, and I said this, yeah, and I thought about it more. We probably disagree a lot politically. I'm sure we do. But like, I didn't. For some reason, I went in. You guys, fan of the show, knowing this, I didn't like PFT for some reason because I didn't think he liked me. 4 years, he probably didn't. But he's like a genuinely very, very nice person. Like I was probably most wrong about him in the company.
Probably one of the easiest people that I've ever worked with.
Yes, just a sweet guy. Like just a very nice guy. So like, people have been right about most people at the company. But he's actually just a genuinely like good person. And I'm telling you, like he has many, many millions of dollars. Like there is no reason for him to stay overnight at this event. Like not really. Like he's obviously does a show with Dan. This part might take there, but like he could have easily been like, I'm going home at 1:30 or 3. He stayed the whole time. Like that is. You talk about like we were talking about reasons for the company's success is because of guys like Dan. And you forget. I think Dan kind of PFT. I think happily takes sort of a background role in that whole thing, obviously. But like guys like that, I put PFT in that category. Jeff was there all night. Like even somebody like me, like I'm there and I'm into it all night. And I'm an old guy, but I'm there. If you're there, you're there. That's why I always had some words with Brandon, and I was wrong on that one. But that's why I was down on guys like Brandon and Rico. Like if you're there. If you're going to agree to do this event, go all in. Don't take naps. Don't be pouty. Don't complain about how long. Like, you have to be engaged and involved the whole time. And if I were Dan, he's a nicer guy than me, I would say, anybody who works in the Chicago office, you're here the whole night. You're taking turns announcing. You're doing dumb shit on the side. It's an entire participation for everybody in the office. Because, like, there's no reason for these people Other than like you go home to go home. Like if something event like that's going on, you should be there. It's part of the company.
I don't know. I'll never
agree with that
turn
or
down. Yeah, I'll never turn down an opportunity to be part of the bigger picture events.
Yeah,
especially ones that don't require an invite, don't require. I mean, I wasn't here because of that,
right?
But I knew that was happening, and I'm here. I'm like, well, I'm here anyway. Like, why would I not be here for the moment it happens?
Yeah,
would have loved to have been here when Jerry hit the hole in one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just one of those things where we are, not to get too preachy, which I guess, but that's kind of the point you were trying to make, is that like, maybe this makes even more sense since Dave bought it back. Is that, you know, we are lucky to still be not just a functioning media company, but a thriving one. At that.
I mean, look at the deal that happened this week. I mean, definitely a thriving company. Yeah.
So to not be there I would have been bummed out. If I'm like, time to turn in. Maybe I'll see if they're still on in the morning. But I was there for that. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It's just funny too. Like, it's a good laugh the whole time. The Rico thing was killing me, whether it was authentic or not. Yeah. Like the Spencer guy walking in, Jerry's ringer walking in was unbelievable. Yeah. Like that was just. I'll never take it. Maybe it's because like my last job too. I hated it at times.
Right.
I'm like, I'm never going to turn down a chance to have just a good time at work.
I just love working for companies. It's kind of the same shit we do for our show. Whether somebody stays in the car all night or we go to Madawaska, like it's a bigger, like this stuff is exactly what I would love to do in my former job. And now we can do it. And I know we're going to do stuff like this. And Dan wasn't kidding. He's like, look, if some NBA team breaks this, like that group is coming back. We're doing it again.
Yeah.
Like we're going, we're probably going to do it again at some point. It'll be
probably,
fun.
I'd be more prepped for it next time. I think everyone would be.
Well, I need that massage guy full time.
I knew the massage guy was going when he started taking free throws himself. I was like, this guy's out of here.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he's a good guy. I think he came here for Jerry's thing.
Very nice. Yeah. But like at one point, I turned to Dave, and I was like, my legs are killing me. I'm like, is the massage guy, like, did he just take a break or something? Dave's like, he's been gone for like 6 hours. I was like, oh, fuck. So I walk out of here yesterday after the show yesterday. I told you this at dinner last night. And,
that's unbelievable.
And Mantis is still here.
Still may be here.
Right. Well, you said he was still here after you taped a dozen yesterday.
Yeah, like 6.
He's definitely in this building. So I walk out. I open this very door, and Mantis is there. And he's like leaning against the wall. Clearly he knew I was in here. He was like leaning against the door. Like no one else is in the building. And I like him. So we're talking for a few minutes. He's like, how do you think it's going to get split up? Oh. And I'm like, how do you think, what is going to get split up? He's like, $100,000 that Dave gives us for doing this.
Was he joking?
My reaction was the same as the guy just now.
Oh, no.
I was still absolutely... did it come across yesterday that I was messed up or no? I don't know.
Yes. I mean, we started the show and you were like sleeping.
I was sleeping. So I was kind of like... The other thing is, to be fair, like you don't know... Like I talked to Dave a bunch during the night, but you're running around... And you know how Dave is. Like maybe in the middle of the night, he was like, I'm putting $100,000. I'm spreading it. Like he'll do shit like that. So I'm like, oh, great. I was like, boy, there's a lot of people. I was like, got me. I have no idea. And he puts up his phone. He's like, yeah, the way I'm looking at it right here, it's 100. And it was our partners at DraftKings, correct?
Yeah, people could win money.
Oh, that's $1,000 if you're watching and participating.
$100,000 sweepstakes for fans watching.
For fans watching the event.
Yeah, because
he shows it to me. I'm like, Mantis, that's not for us. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, well, read it. Like, it's clearly not. He's like, he's like, that's too bad. I would like to win that money.
that would have
been nice, man.
I didn't have much of a reaction last night when you told me because I just kind of felt bummed for him. I was like, oh man, you drove all that way.
I will say, I think he would have done it for free. Like, I think he actually, and I saw a split of the two pictures. He is a better free throw shooter than LeBron James. I'm not saying he's a better player, but he's a better free throw shooter.
It's crazy. It blew past his mind.
It must have something to do with his body, the way it's like a perfect angle or something.
It is a great, the way he lines up. I did stand behind him a couple of times just to kind of look because I was fascinated by it.
Yeah, is obviously his body. Is that something of his belly? Is it like because he's got the big belly? Is that just part of his disease or something?
It's the way his back's like bent.
Oh, okay. It's almost like that, like a push. It's almost like he's pregnant.
It's not that he has a. Yeah,
it's like he has a belly. It's a beer belly.
It's like he's bending to look like he's pregnant.
Right. And then the way his body is completely this way, but his hip is like perfectly. It's like the one thing he could definitely do.
Free throws make sense. He's a really good 3-point shooter. That's where it doesn't make sense. Did you
that's
know that?
Distance. No, it makes. I mean,
he made like 5 in a row. And
really?
And that's where Pat Bev and them were like, "What the fuck?"
Crazy. But yeah, it was.
It'd be funny if last night Patrick Beverly taking on the Heat started shooting like that. like, what are you fucking doing?
I will say, if Mantis dies tragically, he should do that for a free throw like Bo Kimball did for Hank Gathers. He should do his first free throw like Mantis. Don't you think?
Yeah.
The whole league should do that.
He would do it. He
would do it.
He is a. I'll tell you what.
He's in.
There's a lot of failed athlete stuff, and Dave talked about it plenty of times about athletes coming to work here and or anywhere. You kind of have to buy in as much as he does, and he's got a great. Roan is amazing, and that helps out a ton.
It's a very successful
but,
show.
I mean, Roan wasn't there last night. Like he loves to be a part of it.
Yeah, I didn't know him at all until I don't know him, but until I met him at the anniversary show.
Right,
and he's very on, which was fine. I talked to Roan afterwards. I was like, is it? He seems like he's very on. He's like, yeah, but he's just really into this company. I'm like, well, that's way better than the other way around. Like,
which you know, I would compare to as well with that was when we first hired Biz.
Yeah,
and Wit too, obviously. But like they like saying hi to everyone.
Yeah,
they say hello. They love, maybe they have their other thing. When they're not here, they're doing their thing. They're a little different because like they've worked here for a while, and like Pat's still playing in the NBA. But they enjoy being around everyone.
What's the common theme though between those three? Would you say? I know what it is. I think another joke. Like as successful as Pat Beverly's been as a player, and when you played a long time, they're not superstars.
That's true. Yeah,
that's to me like. I'm trying to think of a superstar NFL player in the past who was at Barstool, who also played baseball, and now was a coach, who probably wasn't super playful.
Might have played in the World Series and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, on the same day. You're right, playoffs. You're right.
Even Mandel too. Like he had that show, and it didn't really.
Did have a show with Casey.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put him in that category of like, superstar. But yeah, he was super successful in college. But like I have found. In dealing with athletes over the years, like with the exception of a couple, if they're super famous and successful, they're just not, even if they're not bad people, they just have, like Brady has this issue. Like he's so disconnected from reality.
Yeah.
Jeter's like that, where it's like hard. Jordan's like that, where it's like hard to fuck around anymore, really. Like that's what I'm trying to think of somebody who is an exception to that, who could slide in. But Dave's always said if he could hire anybody in sports, it would be Barkley to do a podcast.
Yeah.
He also says
maybe he's different.
Paul Pierce. He really wanted Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
He did want Pierce and KG pretty badly.
I'm not a huge fan of that experience. But those guys are not super crazy superstars. So that could be part of it. Even like Edelman, who I think is kind of a bore to a lesser extent, like is not as famous.
Hollywood gets the bad rap, but my time in TV and morning TV were the interviews. Yeah. The movie stars were significantly more down to earth and accessible than musicians and athletes.
Really?
And from what somebody kind of explained it to me in my first few months, and I said, I'm kind of surprised by this. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, for example, Jake Gyllenhaal's a bit of a weird guy, but there was a snowstorm and he just walked to the studio with no entourage, nothing.
Well, yeah, I met him. He was he played Jeff Bowman in Stronger, and Jerry's.
He never came back on after that. He was one of the nice people at the company. We played a fucking Taylor Swift song for his intro music for his thing, and I think his PR team didn't like that.
Oh, you did it purposely?
Up in the air. I still don't know if that was on purpose or not, but yeah, he was very Josh Brolin great, and I was told because.
One second. How about that Josh Brolin poem to?
Oh my God!
Is that real?
I think so. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, I did.
What do you? I know. Forget the motion picture.
He's in character as Gurney.
Forget
the
motion. Did you see it, Justin, or no?
I'm looking it up now. This poem.
This is the kind of poem I thought Justin would write to like a middle school girl. Honestly, like it was. I like Josh Brolin. I'm from Goonies. I've been with Josh Brolin for 40 years. The whole ride. It was down for a while. What is going on?
Yeah, it's weird.
What the fuck? Do you have it?
People love Chalamet.
I got it here.
I'm missing the Chalamet of it all. I'm so old, like I can't get on.
You still haven't seen Wonka? Oh, I have Wonka for you. You got to watch it.
Okay, all right. Okay, you didn't like it?
No, I did not.
I keep going to Chalamet. Can Chalamet? I need to know that Chalamet's going to be there. Like, will Chalamet be able to be in The Revenant in like 10 years?
See, I can't imagine him looking anything like he's always going to look like this. Is how I feel.
Like a baby almost.
Yeah,
but Leo looked like that for a long time though.
It's true. Yeah.
Like, can Chalamet be in like Django in that role in like 15 years?
I rewatched. By the way, I went to text you. We were at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood the other night.
Yeah,
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, you love it way more than I do.
I know you do. I know you don't love as much as
I don't.
He is so fucking good in that role.
That's a grown on me year because I didn't like The Irishman at first either.
That movie is. I think it's fucking fantastic.
The Irishman. Or
Well,
Once Upon a Time?
both. But Once Upon a Time,
I personally didn't love the ranch stuff. I loved all the stuff with Pitt and DiCaprio in it together. I like them together. The ranch stuff to me got very Bruce Stern, right?
That's probably our difference. It was supposed to be Burt Reynolds, right?
Yeah. And what's her face is Annie McDowell's kid, the girl from Maid. What's Margaret Qualley? Is that?
Oh, Margaret Qualley's in it. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney's in the.
Sydney Sweeney's in it. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it again.
Leo should have won Best Actor over Joaquin Phoenix. I think Leo and
he just won. Yeah. So like that wasn't gonna happen. And Pitt, it was all.
God forbid they set aside their weird fucking tendency to just give awards.
It's a human being sits there and thinks, oh, he won this 4 years ago, or be more than that probably at that point.
Fucking crazy.
So dumb. I think Emma Stone's gonna get past that this year. I think.
See that's where. But now that you say that, because I'm pretty confident she's gonna win. I think it's another one. If you live in a place with DraftKings where you can bet the Oscars, I would take Emma Stone.
Yes.
But I also you could sprinkle Lily Gladstone because she's plus money, but. That's what you just say that now. I think maybe she won't.
I think that's going to hurt her with a few voters who are going to be like, "Oh, sure," which is so
crazy,
dumb. So dumb.
What a ridiculous way to look at it, but that's how they look at it.
But like Frances McDormand's won 3, Daniel Day-Lewis won 3, so it's like,
Mahershala Ali's 2 for 2.
I know, so random. Same with Waltz.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. What's a poem, Justin? Go ahead, you read it while you're looking at Coleman.
Oh God, Happy Valentine's Day.
Where she looks matters, even with a sparkling veil over her face. Her eyes shine a mischievous...
Is it wrote about Chalamet?
No, not Chalamet. About, what's her name? Florence Pugh.
No, he wrote one about Chalamet, too.
Oh, I only saw the Florence Pugh one.
Jesus Christ. Do I work alone? Do I live alone in this world? I'll read it.
Here, I'll read it.
Okay, I got it.
I got it.
All right, Coleman, you read it. Go ahead.
Your face is etched by adolescence. Your cheekbones jump towards what are youth-laden eyes that slide down, a prominent nose and onto lips of a certain poetry. And the way you hold my gaze makes me fear my own age. Because something in me tells me you are going to offer something, and for now, I'm not sure it's going to be something I want anymore. What the fuck?
He's in character. Gurney has
Justin?
he's got the bowel sit, which
when Justin
Patrick
reads that,
Stewart
the girls in the back car like, I thought you were just gonna buy us beer. Like, wasn't that our agreement?
I've never bought.
Do you have a different friendship bracelet?
Like I got my third period starts again in like 6 minutes. I need to get back, and Justin's like, "You say period? Like get out of this fucking car." What's he right, Justin?
No, not right.
Well, that is a concerning poem. That's got a poem where if 15 years from now something else happened to Josh Brolin, you'd be like, "Oh, wait a minute, this poem was not a good. This did not suggest a good." I'm sure he's a good actor.
My larger point of that was that I was told that you got to remember that movie stars are typically on set every day with very normal people, with craft services, with people behind the camera, and they have this interaction where musicians a lot of time are just with their crew, with their entourage, making their music kind of isolated, so they don't have that real world day to day that a lot of actors have.
Right. Do you think though?
Which I believe that makes sense.
But to me, Josh Brolin, though successful as he would be like Leonardo DiCaprio is a movie star.
Clooney was one of the nice people I met.
Well, everyone says that, but Josh Brolin would almost be like a Pat Beverly in like the movie world.
Yeah,
like a good supporting.
But I mean, Arnold, amazing. Stallone, unbelievable.
Oh, wonderful guy, yeah.
Stallone, it was like, you got to fucking leave, dude. Like, the show's been over for 2 hours.
Really?
It's like, leave.
Season 2 of the Family Stallone.
Like, stop. Like, it's amazing. No, because the big ones were...
Nobody cares about the nice people.
You want the bad stuff?
Yeah. Biggest asshole.
Biggest asshole I met.
Take a hint, Justin. Take a guess, Justin.
Biggest hassle you meant while working.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a hint.
This is an actor. Give
us a hint. Give us a small hint to see if Justin can figure it out.
Comedic actor.
Famous asshole? Like Kevin James is a famous asshole.
That's who I was
Eddie
thinking.
Murphy.
Yeah.
That's a good guess.
No, that's a decent guess. Comedic actor was in a huge movie last year. Massive movie last year.
Will Ferrell?
No, never met Will Ferrell.
Okay.
One of the few I didn't meet. He doesn't do a lot of those. And when he does appearances,
he's in character, which I hate.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
I'm trying to think.
Chris Pratt?
No, very nice.
Okay.
Very nice guy. Not a mean guy. Downey's a little weird.
Well, he's a purposeful.
Nice guy, but he's a little yeah. He's just Tony Stark now.
A huge movie last year.
A comedy movie?
Maybe. Family
many,
comedy.
There weren't that many huge movies last year.
Yeah, there's a
Family
couple that made a
comedy
shitload of money last year.
Look this up. Go ahead, Cole. Make a guess.
I'm trying to look at
Throw another hint. Music.
music.
Comedic actor. Music though as well.
Comedic actor. Not Jim Caviezel from Sound of Freedom. He's a very religious guy. They're doing that sequel.
Not Ryan Gosling.
No, Ryan Gosling is a nice guy, sarcastic guy, but very nice. I like Gosling.
I'm looking at here are the top 10 movies from last year. Barbie, Mario Brothers, Oppenheimer, Guardians.
Okay, you've already named it. You've already named it.
Oh, is it Charlie Day?
No,
Jack
but
Black?
It's Jack Black.
Really?
Music.
Really?
Jack Black was
Really?
an asshole.
Really? Like an actual asshole?
He came so when you come down to set, the main set for Good Morning America, there's a wall.
What was he promoting? Do you remember?
It's a great question.
One of the Rock movies there,
Let me look it up. I
what
can
you
tell you
call
what
it?
it is. It wasn't something good.
Kung Fu Panda,
It might have
probably?
been, he wasn't in Pixels, was he? No.
Oh,
That's when I met Adam Sandler. Unbelievable. that
Everyone's
was one of the most surreal moments of my time at Good Morning America. When I was down there, I was on set, 7 a.m. Somebody hits me on the back and goes, "How the fuck you doing this morning?" And it was Adam Sandler, and I was like, "Oh my god, he just as nice as could be." Jack Black. So there's a wall, and you would have the celebrities come down. They'd shoot a shot. It would air at like 7:20. Like, and look who's here! It's Jack Black. They waved the camera. And he came down and he was yelling very loudly. And they're doing the news. Like at the others, like within a foot behind that wall, it's Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos doing the news. And he's just yelling and he's swearing. It's like, fuck. And we're like, hey, just people are down there. He goes, oh, what the fuck? Can someone hear me? Like joking. And we're like, Jesus Christ. Like we're on the air. And every time he came here, he would do it. He'd be loud, obnoxious.
He feels like a guy who's always on.
Yeah, he wants to make sure his presence is on. He was the biggest pain in the ass.
That surprise you, Justin?
A little bit. I see this video now. It's from 8 years ago where he was on Good Morning America and he like comes from the desk. Is that what you're talking about?
That would make sense. That's about when I was there. Yeah, I was there.
What was he promoting, Justin? Does it say?
What was it? I can tell you right now.
Where's Jack? Jack, come out wherever you are.
He's like hiding behind the desk and coming up. It's very.
It was probably Goosebumps, would be my guess. It was probably 2016. Probably.
Under the desk.
That's my creepy entrance. Oh, I've been hiding under that desk for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that or Jumanji.
You've been down there quite a while.
How you guys?
Musicians were always
we didn't play it, guys.
The musicians were always very, very odd. Some of the bigger bands, like the One Direction, those guys were unbelievable, beyond nice, which is crazy because they are hounded.
Who is in One Direction? That is, let me see if I can get this. How many members are there, Justin, of One Direction? And they go to many of their concerts. You did back then.
My sister was very big into One Direction. I believe there was 5. I believe there's currently 4.
Let's see how I do. My man Harry Styles.
Ding.
Just another sign of the times. You like that one?
Yep.
That's a good song. That came out right around when my dad died. Like I remember listening to this. I've told the story. Got my head shaved. And I was in the car because that was 2017. Like my kids like daughter liked that song, so her Sirius station was on. I was by myself. That song came on. Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. I'm sitting there crying in my car. My head shaved like a loser. And I think I had a
song though.
I think I had like a. They gave you like you grab a free like a Tootsie Roll when you left. I was like eating the Tootsie Roll, crying, a little loser. My guy Niall Horrell.
Close. Horan.
Would that be that would not be an acceptable dozen answer?
No, I would not take that. Yeah. But that's a big mistake you'll make on the dozen, by the way, is they'll say the name's close to right but mildly wrong, which I'll sometimes let it go, but then when they repeat it again, I have to, it's like,
when
no.
you double down.
Once you say it twice, it's over.
Rico got away with one a couple weeks ago. He butchered that basketball. What was the guy's name?
Oh, Luke Richard and Bon Mute. Yeah, he did butcher.
That's a
that
tough
definitely.
name.
Yeah.
Is there a Zai?
Now Horan, big golfer, him and Rory. Are friends, yeah.
Is there somebody whose first name starts with the letter Z? Am I making this up?
Yes, you are correct. It's a very simple name.
He did a song with Taylor Swift.
He did. He's no longer a member.
Wait forever, because I don't want
For
to
what
wake
movie
up in
franchise?
pain. I don't want. What I've seen Justin Coleman reenact this film many times. Justin plays the Dakota Johnson role. Am I correct or no? 50 Shades of Grey.
She was a little odd. She was an odd one. I like Dakota Johnson.
No chance though. Like raised by.
That Madam Web is gonna suck though.
I heard it's great.
We were gonna go tonight if we didn't go to
23% on Rotten Tomatoes. That to me, we
I thought
talked
I
about.
saw
That means
16.
we would be going.
Damn.
Oh,
It was like 52. You and I would be like, whatever. 23%.
I gotta see it. I might see
Feed
it
me,
tonight.
Madam Web.
I'll take my dad to go see it.
Good for you, John. Zayad.
Zayn.
Damn it!
Zayn Malik, right?
Yes.
He just goes by Zane.
I feel like the other two we're in like Joey Fatone world. No, am I wrong? Is there somebody left who's big?
I would say.
Would I know this name if you said the name?
Maybe it might ring a bell.
John Havlicek.
No, John Havlicek is
Keeping Lanny Poffo.
No.
Bob Murchison.
Nope. Getting further away.
On. Who is it?
It is Louis Tomlinson and Liam Payne.
Oh, I know those names. Louis Tomlinson had a hit right around then too.
Yes. They've all at least had one big hit.
They're one of those groups that have like probably like the Taylor Swift. Although no, they were before social media, like where they would have like Taylor Swift had 50,000 Twitter follow. You know what I mean? Where it's like somebody just follows Taylor Swift, they have like 5 million followers. They probably would have been like that. They've not reunited, right?
No, and that was the craziest thing I saw. They had a summer concert with them. That crowd was
insane.
It's pretty unbelievable. It's one of those surreal moments where you're just like, well, this is
crazy.
Chaos.
I hated them for years because whenever they would come on in the car, my sister would just scream at the top of her lungs. It was brutal.
They got some bangers. Night Changes, great song.
I never had anyone that I met who was an actor that I loved who bummed me out.
They don't need that.
When I met him, nobody really, and I never really had that with anybody.
Yeah, no insane diva behavior.
No, musicians were always weird.
Yeah,
there was one musician. I think it might have been Iggy Azalea, the rapper. She did her sound check sitting down behind the stage. I was like, "This just can't be."
Like you're just trying.
It's like this can't be. Like, what's the point of this? Just don't do it.
Dakota Johnson falls into my categories of if you were raised by stars, you have no chance, basically.
One of the most unbelievable, uncomfortable Oscar interviews on the carpet.
Oh, right.
They asked her about.
And she had the Ellen thing too, which was good.
If she, I did love that.
That was a good moment.
That might have been where I started really liking her.
Yeah.
They asked,
like Hugh Grant, remember?
Oh, right.
The woman he was talking about Vanity Fair. She thought he was talking about the magazine. Yeah.
He said it was our anchor then. Lara Spencer asked, was with her obviously famous parents on the carpet saying if they'd seen 50 Shades,
right?
And they said no, and she took offense to that. She was like, I have no idea why they won't watch it, and they had like a family argument on the red carpet.
Would I be making this up that I was running at the Super Bowl in Miami? Am I getting my dates wrong? And I saw Dave doing a pizza review with Hugh Grant and those guys from that.
Yeah, he did the gentleman.
But it wasn't
right?
in Miami where he did it, right?
No, he did it.
I think I saw him running. I think he was doing a pizza review with the running back from the Giants. What's his name?
Saquon Barkley?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they just come out.
Yeah, he
because one of those guys is a big.
It was pre-COVID. It was just before COVID. Gentleman was like the last one.
And what's his face is a big Barstool guy.
Henry.
Yeah, the guy who was in that Wham movie. Last
Henry Golding?
Christmas.
Henry Golding, yeah.
Yeah, who is a zero, but yeah. Just doesn't have it. Some people have it, they don't. My other theory, though, is that the kid stars have no chance either. I've said this a million times. And once again, evidenced by poor Will Wheaton, who, did you see his reaction to Elmo being strangled by Larry David? Did you see this or no?
I did.
Did you see this? His Facebook post? This fucking guy lost his mind. And everyone was dumping on Will Wheaton. And I understand that because it's insane. The guy's lost. But he's a child star. They have no fucking chance. They're not normal people. They have no chance. This guy's post was. Did you read this, Justin, or no?
No, I did not see this.
How do you guys not see this story? It was everywhere.
I saw the Larry David strangling Elmo.
You see, he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm on Sunday.
I have not watched an episode yet.
I watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one.
Is it
a cameo appearance from a famous New Jersey musician on Sunday's episode?
On the second episode? I'm trying to think of.
You know who that is or no, Coleman?
No, I can't think of who that could have been. Let's see.
You can't think of a famous New Jersey musician?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming Bruce or something, but.
Is he from Jersey?
Yeah, but I didn't see him. I can't think of when he would have been in that episode.
Springsteen. Curb. Springsteen on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Springsteen cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm. We love to see Springsteen poking fun of himself on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Springsteen just did a cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
Watch cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I think I know when it's
Affirmative. Springsteen, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Watch Springsteen on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Bruce makes a cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Springsteen cameo on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No, I know when it was now. It's like on the new. It wasn't like physically him.
Was it when Bruce Springsteen was on Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Well, yeah, but it was like he wasn't physically like it was like on the news, like it was Bruce, not.
You think it was real news, Coleman?
No, obviously, but I'm just saying like.
Well, then, did you watch the episode?
I did. I just couldn't picture him like.
Did you see him on it?
No, I was like making dinner and stuff as I was watching early, and I think that was around when he was on that part, like in the news.
You don't pause like an episode of that while you're making dinner?
Not really. I mean, if it's Curb, I'm just trying to get some laughs here and there. I don't really care too much,
You're like quietly the strangest person I've ever met in my life. Like, what a weird weekend for you.
Somebody once told me they watched Arrested Development. They're like, yeah, I just kind of had it in the background. It's funny. I was like, it broke me.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't just do that with that.
I'm trying to think of shows you can do that for.
Friends.
Yeah, stuff you've seen. Like, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I guess.
The Nanny. Do you like The Nanny?
The Fran Drescher show, The Nanny. No, are you a fan of that? You can be a fan of it.
I like The Nanny.
Do you like The Nanny?
Yeah, I do.
I thought
it gets me. I like Niles. Niles is funny.
Is that the snobby like,
Sheffield?
Is like the butler or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The guy who's like the guy she likes. Does she want to marry the guy or no?
Mr. Sheffield. Yeah, she does. They have a kid
she
together.
Does. Okay. I think he was later on Mad Men. I believe he was the guy. Did you watch Mad Men the series?
I
did.
I did. Which actually, I'm planning to do a rewatch. You actually mentioned that you're doing one.
Let me
right?
know when you do, because I'm going to do it.
Okay.
When I think he's Lane Price's boss in. When they leave that company. Like the company buys them and then they go on their own.
I really never realized that.
I think that's him. I could totally
Charles
be wrong.
Shaughnessy.
Yeah, that is his name. I think I could totally be wrong. But I thought the guy looked like him at the time watching it. But it's been 10 years. But we don't need to play it. It's like a boring Springsteen. Is it him?
Didn't realize that. Yeah.
Bam. There you go. We don't need to play it, Colin. But yeah, Springsteen was on. It was kind of stupid.
I thought it was much better than the first one.
Charles Shaughnessy's one of them. They cast him?
No.
Okay.
Fran Drescher is Visible Woman. No, it's
that'd be great.
Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal, Yvonne Moss. How do you say his last name? The guy from The Bear and a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
And Joseph Quinn, the kid from Stranger Things, the one who did the Metallica.
Which one? The guy, like the lifeguard guy
from the last season. He's kind of like the
yes,
music.
yeah. It feels like 10 years ago. Jesus.
Talk about a franchise that if they don't know this. 3 tries with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, I just don't see it. Was that Justin or Colin?
I have he wrote like an essay on this.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, it's. I feel bad when I read that. I actually feel bad for the guy. I'm like, he is fucking a mess. Like, it's actually kind of sad, But anyway, what else?
You happen to see this clip with Biden where he goes and has dinner with a like African American family, and he's just like talking about eating chicken with them. It was very strange.
Imagine if Biden was at that dinner the other night at Banners with Coleman and Sue.
That was basically Larry.
That was like he's picking a random American family.
Sue, Barbara, Joe, Mike.
That'd be unbelievable if that was his. I would vote for Biden if that happened. I did not.
Let's see if I can play it real quick. Here it is.
You got all this. I went the route of making sure I had the hamburger. So tell me about you guys. What you doing these days?
Why don't you share about your passion in sports?
Just an ad for.
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Oh, you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
The kids look like they're half like laughing at him in this though.
Well, they could be nervous. I mean, this is the president of the United States.
Yeah, that's true. And then the other thing too, did you see the woman in Boston or the family in Boston who adopted like an illegal immigrant family?
Did.
It's very strange. They said like they basically have like a personal chef now living with them.
It's like your family growing up, Coleman.
Yeah. White gloves only.
Well, no, that'd be chefs.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did see that. Yes, I did. What's going on the rest of the week with you guys?
We have a meeting today to just run through topics for tomorrow for the unnamed show. We have to. I have a couple different things that I've been thinking about for Portland ideas, so I want to run them by Justin and maybe just brainstorm a bit more. Just potential like video ideas or whatever, like different things for Portland.
Okay. Give me one of the ideas right now. Give me an idea you think I'll say no to. What are you laughing at?
I'm ready. I'm excited for this. Yeah. No, I'm actually. It's not even a Coleman thing. I'm thinking of Gus right now. I'm just thinking back to. Give me.
Well, Gus would say it with no ideas. Yeah, he would just say, "Give me an idea the idea that you think I would like least."
I think.
I feel like you'd love them all, Kirk. They're all great.
That's kind of. I mean, it's just different. Like, I don't know. I don't want to like say it and give it away.
I'm probably gonna turn them all down, Coleman. So.
All right. I don't know. I was thinking like just trying to find ways to like involve Minifans or something. Like be able to like have some like I don't know.
What did I tell you last night?
You did say this last night at dinner.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. What did I say?
Very obsessed with the Minifan world as Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I just thought like
this was a bitching about Coleman dinner last night.
Great.
The waitress came over. She was like, "I'm fucking so sick of the stories he has. Like people are just rolling." Yeah,
no, he came. I don't even know why we. Yeah, but no, you did say it's like he does.
No, I say he's doing a good job. He's a good guy.
He is
he's doing a good job. But I said, I'd be curious. Justin has some perspective on this too. Coleman's now at the point where he's kind of. They first don't understand. Then once a Minifan involved, they become obsessed with it. Coleman is very Minifan.
Yeah, it comes in phases, like John Warren said. Like he's going to go through a phase where he's kind of in the phase right now where like Minifan like. He goes to like, what is the show? The first thing he goes to is Minifan content. Like, what is Stephen Gloucester doing? So the next phase is these people will turn on him, and he won't. He'll go kind of go through like a, well, not lack of confidence, but kind of like identity crisis, where he doesn't know what to do with the Minifan world.
Right. So when 600 people watch a show on YouTube about the Minifans, and then 72,000 people listen to a podcast about it, or whatever it is, you can see how maybe those numbers don't quite correlate, right, Coleman?
Yeah, of course. I don't think I'm necessarily like obsessed with them or anything. It's just
what idea did you have there? That's not an idea. What's the idea?
Well, no,
Beanbag Raw and do a Mount
No,
Kirk
no,
more.
no. I didn't mean.
Yeah, like, what's the idea?
I didn't mean so much that. Like, I don't know. I was trying to think of maybe a way to like.
So you have no actual ideas.
No, but I was like trying to think of maybe different players to be able to, have an idea and look back on like how that person was involved to some extent.
I don't know.
And maybe there's something there.
What the fuck are you
saying?
talking about?
Like,
what is that even? What is that sentence? What language is that? What?
Like, I'm thinking
with that shit with Barbara, maybe. But what the fuck are you? What are you? Is that the shit you're talking about the other day at Banners?
No, that was worse.
What if Larry tried to kill himself? Jesus, what is the story?
No, I'm just saying like.
No, I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying?
So basically, not so much like general Minifans. I'm saying the ones that are like in studio. Like I'm trying to think of like Mick or like Drip Lord or like someone like that.
Say the name you want to say.
Well, I don't really think there's anything for
Justin, your experience with these shows, how is the content side of it handled?
There's normally one person who, for the majority, kind of guides it, and we kind of go along and say, oh, if you have an idea. But for the most part, if a Minifan...
And when he says, oh, you have an idea, he doesn't really mean it, right? Because he's going to just shoot it. He'll just say, that's a good idea. I like the idea, but how about this, right?
Yeah, and like for like bringing Minifans up, there's been a
that
couple...
That person's always been Coleman ever since the Wilbur show. He's been in charge of the videos, for sure.
Well, no, I know you're in charge. I thought, before you had left that I was maybe going to brainstorm or something. I'm cool either way.
That's a mild storm. I'll say that, A, and B... Make sure the fucking sound works at Portland. I don't need you. You're not Lorne Michaels, okay? I just fucking make sure the sound works, okay? Show up. We'll laugh at you. I'll make a few gay jokes. People will boo you, and then you'll go home.
All right, sounds great.
And normally, like for Minifans, there's been a couple times, like at the Wilbur, we brought up R.I.P. John Stewart, but it's always like quick things. I think during
we didn't do anything, Justin. We didn't do anything.
Well,
There's
you
no
did.
we.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, correct. There's no we. I'm sick of we right now. No we. No we. I'll handle it.
All right, that's.
I don't mean to shoot down your enthusiasm, Coleman. I don't. Maybe am I being mean, Jeff? Maybe I'm being mean.
You're not Lauren Michaels. That's good.
But Lauren Michaels is actually a producer. Like Coleman is a producer, so Coleman thinks he's more like I don't even know. He thinks he's in the writer's room right now. He's like, let's get creative. Roll the sleeves up. Meanwhile, I'm just worried about the sound. I want to make sure that the technical side's good. If you have ideas, all kidding aside, great. But like that's not an idea. I don't know what that is.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. I don't know.
See, sensitive Coleman.
No, I'm not sensitive. I think everything you just said made sense. It did.
No, if you have ideas, that's fine. But like, that's not an idea, though. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's more so I have one. I just like I'm scared.
Let's not worry about. I'm not particularly worried about what John from Warren is going to bring to the Portland show.
So, I guess what the actual idea was, I'll just say it then, was almost like a Cullen video type thing with the recent story, and maybe almost make it in a silent movie style. Kind of playing off of people not having been able to hear the last one was basically what I was going for.
I think Kirk would like to make this one good, though.
Of course, I'm saying it could still be good. It's just that like I think it would play on that, and then also have like the words appear on screen, kind of like in old silent movies.
Like Dana White now. I'm going to say what he said. The Howie Mandel thing. Some of these fucking podcasts anymore. Just leave.
That was the main idea that I've been.
Here's the thing. That's fine. That's fine. There are no bad ideas. I mean, there are bad ideas like that, but like I have a bigger picture. No, I'm not making this out, but like that can get in the way of other ideas.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So that's fine. So, but like, and I haven't. You know me. I'm not great at sharing everything I'm doing. Right, Justin?
Yes.
No, so you agree that's a flaw, is what you're saying, Justin?
Well, I'm agreeing with you right now.
You find that to be a character flaw? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying it's a character flaw. I'm just saying it's the truth.
You think it's almost a strength in the way? That
yes, that you keep things close to the chest. Because if you were open about it, I mean, Montante would be on the phone right now with 20 different Minifans saying, "Oh, this is how Kirk's going to open the show. It's going to be great."
Montante texted me a half hour ago.
Ooh.
Closing an advertising deal.
There we go.
Wow.
Closing, he's saying.
Wow.
Closing.
He called me the other day.
Oh my God! Did he really? Did you answer?
Any props for the Super Bowl I was betting on.
Did you?
I did answer. I was in the Uber from the airport.
Did you? He was going to give you some of his picks.
Just curious if I had anything. He gave me what he had. Yeah.
Did you give him anything?
Nothing hit. Yeah.
No. He will hit you up for Oscar picks.
Yeah, I'm
Jersey?
willing to give him out.
Can you in Jersey?
I don't know. I need to look. I need to ask exactly.
Are we gonna do? Are you and I going to do something for that?
We should.
I'm 1,000% that
we should do something. Absolutely.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I'm in for that. 1,000%.
I would love to see if we could maybe create. I don't know. I need to see.
How about like a silent film kind of thing? Does that work for you?
Or you
no?
and I maybe talk about.
I wish
the
Coleman's
Oscars.
entire life was a
The
silent
odds
film.
come
So
on
I couldn't hear his
screen.
fucking voice. You know. Come on, why don't you move into a silent film? Can you do that?
Oh man, yeah.
You look like you could be a silent film star almost.
I'll take that. That means the
Got a little bit of like curly to him.
I'll take that.
Yeah, the Three Stooges were not silent, Justin.
They weren't.
What?
Early on, weren't they silent? You would hit them and they go. "Wah."
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not silent, stupid.
Yeah, but they wouldn't really speak.
Yeah, but do you know what silent film is?
I do. Yeah, you would play a piano.
Yeah, right. You would play a piano,
Yep,
right?
the piano would be playing, and then words would come out on screen like "Get back here, you rascal!" And then they go and
Yeah, like you would read the written word. You're
Yes.
saying. Right. But you understand the Three Stooges are. Do you know the Three Stooges names?
Curly, Mo, and I want to say Larry.
You got it.
Yeah.
So and then they added. The fourth one is no.
I know that there were multiple like Curlies and
Anyway, so but they would right they would do that. Like, that wasn't silent.
Oh, I thought it was.
Do you like the Three Stooges or no?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I like them. I mean, I probably wouldn't laugh, but terrible Farrelly Brothers movie. Oh, Sean Hayes. What's his face? Will Sasso, is that right?
Will Sasso,
Yeah.
Sean Hayes, and I don't remember the third.
I vaguely remember the Jersey Shore cast in it.
Yep.
You know, was a cameo as a nun is Larry David.
Yes. Oh yeah. They drop a piano on a nun as well.
Right. That was a terrible film.
Yeah.
Terrible. Okay.
Anyway. The Artist. That's a silent movie.
I did not like The Artist.
Jean Dujardin.
Best actor.
Jesus Christ. Got
Best
him a role
picture.
in. Big role right after.
Wall Street.
No.
He's in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, but a big role like after that.
Oh.
Not a big role, but he was in a movie from a big director. It's a movie that is in between you and me, our friendship universe. A movie title that will make you laugh.
What is it?
Bad movie.
What is it?
Big cast.
Big cast.
Clooney directed.
Oh, Monuments Men?
Monuments
He is
Men,
in
yeah,
Monuments
yeah.
Men. That's fine. I was talking to my brother again the other day because we were talking about how Boys in the Boat is like it's actually very successful. Like it's done well.
Yeah.
Amazingly. It's like because it's the most boring movie. It's not the worst movie ever made. It's not good, but it's just boring. It might be the most boring movie of all time. Just in terms of like every woman in the movie is literally there to like look at the guy like he's a hero. And the guy is terrible in it. What's his kid name? The lead. Boys in the Boat. Shit, I forget his name. Terrible. But it did well. But by the way, Monuments Men made like $200 million worldwide.
Yeah.
It's Clooney's most
Huge
successful
cast.
movie. No, Damon's in it, yeah. Anyway, what else do you guys have?
I have a couple other things. There was speaking of the Oscars, a trailer for the Oscars came out, and is like the theme this year just going to be like how great Barbie was, then it didn't get nominated.
Yeah, because it did get nominated.
Well,
for
not Gerwig and what's her name?
Robbie.
Yeah.
yeah. That was with what's her face, right? The girl who played the piano, and after Trump won, Kate McKinnon.
Yes.
Yeah. The messed up Barbie person.
Yeah. So that came out. I don't know if you wanted to hear that.
I will say but I will say this: I didn't personally find that Affleck Dunkin' Donuts commercial that funny. I think it was okay. But did you see the extended cut yesterday?
Yes.
It's actually very funny.
Yeah.
It makes the commercial make way more sense too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna have a 4-minute Super Bowl commercial, but I thought that was pretty funny. The 4-minute thing.
Yeah.
Like that was like a good try. It's a lot
They make
of
fun
effort
of Damon. Speaking of that, they make fun of Damon in the Oscars commercial.
Oh,
The
sure,
Kimmel
Kimmel.
hates the Kimmel Damon
Right, that
thing.
whole thing's going on again, right?
That joke landed really well at maybe the second time he hosted it when they did the whole night they did. They had actors talking about the first movie they remember seeing in theater, their best movie experience.
Right.
And so it'd be like, it'd be Cillian Murphy saying like, "Oh, the first time I saw, I don't know,
Godfather." Yeah,
Godfather."
right.
And then they did 4 or 5 of them, and then it was Kimmel sitting in the theater going, the first time I saw We Bought a Zoo.
That's
And
right,
that was pretty good. It landed well.
Right, I remember
I don't like if it's Barbie centric, as long as I just hope it's not a political theme.
I don't think
it will be.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean those two. That's the story of the year. Those two movies. Like,
Yeah.
it should be that should be the center of this. Yeah, but I don't need like people crying about. Again, like I don't know. People weren't upset that the woman that passed lives. Like she was great in past lives.
Right.
She wasn't nominated.
Where are all those
She's a
nominations?
woman. She's
Yeah.
a minority woman. Like where's the I got one for you. Who will present Best Picture? Will it tie into? We all know who's going to win it. Will it tie into that at all?
Which, by the way, someone tweeted during the Grammys, and I was like happy. The Grammys are like massive Best Album presenter, like shocking. Can't say.
I know. A little underwhelming.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Celine Dion, like legend, but
Yeah, that's why Taylor Swift blew her off. She's not that.
Yeah.
Not that big of a deal.
That's a good question. Who was it last year? Who presented? Was it Harrison Ford? He's done it recently.
He was there because what's his face did the whole thing where he hid behind them and like hugged him. Like Indiana.
Quebecois, yeah.
Yeah, who I'm sick of.
He did read that. He did read Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes. Yes.
You know, a good reaction to a Best Picture winner was Jane Fonda when she read Parasite.
Parasite in the place.
She was
where
like,
it's-
"Oh shit!"
Who's presented the best?
great
Who's
Best Picture
presented the
reaction.
Best Picture winner the most times? It's by a lot.
I should know this. It won't shock me.
Definitely will not shock you. Take a guess, Coleman.
I was gonna say maybe Meryl Streep.
I have a guess.
Nope.
Is it Harvey Weinstein?
Justin, nothing has to be political with you, okay?
Ugh.
Oh, I'm just wondering. He wasn't.
Yeah, but he's not gonna. He was often nominated for that. He's not gonna give it away. He was thanked a lot. I will say that. He's probably thanked the most of anybody.
Hint.
I mean, it basically as famous as it gets when you think of Oscars. Top, like Mount Rushmore.
Did he have a movie come out
Artie?
about his childhood?
About what?
His childhood?
Who's that?
Would it be Steven Spielberg?
No, he's given it away a few times.
Is it?
I'll tell you one of the times the last time he did it, I believe he handed it off to Michelle Obama, who gave Argo Best Picture.
Fuck. Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like 8 times.
Yeah.
Like 10 times or something. Yeah. And the Best Picture now is mostly they send somebody out by themselves.
Julia Roberts did it a few years ago.
2 years ago, Lady Gaga and Liza Minnelli.
Lady Gaga did Best Picture?
That's what it says.
Really?
In 2022.
What year?
2022.
So that was.
Oh, that was like a bullshit. That was like the COVID. No, that was a Will Smith one then, right?
Oh yeah.
yep.
She gave away Best Picture?
Which that would have been. What movie was that? That was. Oh, that was Coda.
Yep.
That's why I don't remember it. Good movie. I like that movie, but
it has no.
But an underwhelming Best Picture.
Yeah.
It was an underwhelming year.
Well, Parasite was a great year. I think Parasite's a good movie. I love 1917. I know it's unpopular. People seem to like it. I just thought it was a great movie. But that was a good because you had a shocking Best Director. The Scorsese standing ovation. That was like a good...
Because remember, it won screenplay, right? Parasite?
Yes, it did.
And that was...
Obviously,
you and I talked a lot about this lately. A lot of times screenplay is considered... and it's not anymore. It's not a run.
Everything used to be like that, too. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, once it won, I remember Ken Jack and I were like, it's probably not going to win. And then he won director. Even Sam Mendes was shocked. I remember Sam Mendes was like...
he didn't look happy.
No.
I thought... Once that one director, I thought it was going to win picture. That Sam
Crazy.
Mendes last picture he did with Olivia Colman was fucking terrible.
That was, I referenced him before with you. It's that guy. He does that as that website awards.
Yeah.
Walt Hickey does like an awards. Amazing graphs of like really predicting who's going to win. He had a whole thing about called They Have the Votes a few years ago.
Right.
About how it wouldn't have been out of the realm possibility for Black Panther to upset and win. It was like about the idea that like different types of movies are going to get nominated, different movies are going to win, and Parasite was kind of the first one to do that.
Right.
Though this year it is not going to matter because we are going to be.
So who's your Coleman? Who's going to give away? Who's going to be the presenter for Best Picture? Coleman, you're kind of an insider in Hollywood. You've had dinner with many.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be Oppenheimer. So, you know what? I'm going to say, no, Leo's in Killer of the Flower Moon. I'm going to say James Cameron, random one.
Okay,
I don't know.
That would be
first
that would be
name.
random.
Yeah,
that'll be random. Okay, all right, that'll be random. It's actually. It won't happen. That is a better guess than I thought he was going to give.
Okay, I got a question. Here you go.
One second. I
think I
want
was
to hear
gonna
Justin's
give,
pick.
like, Willie
Justin, go
Mays.
ahead.
So, going through the list of people here. Lucas ever presented it?
Lucas presented with Spielberg and Coppola to Scorsese.
Departed, right?
Yeah, which was clearly like, these are old friends. Like, this thing is in the fucking bag.
Which is crazy.
Like, imagine
the
if
whole
somebody
idea
else
they don't
won.
know.
Right, but like, imagine if somebody else won that year. Like, Which, by the way, the best director that year was, in my opinion, Paul Greengrass for United 93. But that's a different conversation. Go ahead. What's your prediction?
I guess George Lucas. I think that'd be a good one.
George Lucas. Okay. I'm going to throw out a name, but I feel like it's going to be his goodbye. Eastwood.
Oh.
It's a pretty good one.
93.
Someone older.
Yeah. 94. He's in his 90s. Maybe he'll have to. He's got
They're not worried about fucking it up after,
Oh, he's put the chair with him for this one.
Yeah.
Has he done it before?
Best Picture. This is how long Eastwood's been in the game for. Eastwood gave Best Picture to The Godfather. He was a presenter.
That is crazy.
Wow.
That's 50 years ago, and he was already a big enough star that he would give away Best Picture.
Man, that's a good question. That's tough.
But I also feel like there's going to be some weird.
He also gave it away one other time.
He gave it away. I want to say it was also in the 70s, right? Justin, or am I wrong?
That's incorrect.
What was the what were the other nominees? Do you know or no? What year? When was it?
It was the 2000 Oscars.
2000 Oscars. Really?
The Cider House Rules, The Green Mile, The Insider, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Was that? That's not Gladiator, right?
That is it. Nope.
What is it?
American Beauty.
American Beauty. He gave away Best Picture for American Beauty?
That's what it says.
I thought Spielberg did.
Maybe Spacey will give it away this year.
Maybe. I don't think that's accurate, Justin. Is that true?
It's been the list we've been looking at, yeah.
Really? Let me look that up. Where's all that noise out there?
I got one. I got my pick.
Yeah.
Glenn Close.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a big enough star?
Looks like he's presenting it.
I think enough. Also, is that kind of cruel though? Because she's like one of the biggest Oscar losers of all time.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Spielberg gave away Best Director that year. No, you're right, Justin. What's that?
Is that cruel? Because she's a big loser?
She hasn't won yet. I think it's going to be somebody who's.
It won't be her, but it would because Barbie's nominated. But like them having Margot Robbie do something.
Can't do
because
that.
She's not.
She'll give away something that night.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's going to be somebody who's somehow related to Oppenheimer. James Woods rolls out. The game is on. But like somebody who's worked almost like Affleck or something.
I think because it was big, because it was So male presenter last year, female presenter the year before.
I think they go on, off, on, off.
I mean, maybe they don't, but like I guess I feel like
But this is like when they do this. This is like big. They like big and older generally.
Yeah, maybe
Streisand.
Glenn Close
Like
is
they
big
like
enough.
like huge older. I don't know. Who knows? What else? What's all
Dame
that?
Judi Dench. Meryl Streep's not a horrible guess, by the way. She seems like someone who will.
It's a good guess.
Present that at some
Did
point.
she just give
very
away
soon.
best album or something? She was at the Grammys.
She was at the Grammys. You're
So
right.
I don't think she can. I don't think
It was her and her son-in-law.
Was it?
I think was what it was. Yeah. Weird.
All right. What else is going on?
What won like 30, like what, like maybe like 30 years ago?
Yeah, they started getting into that, which is smart.
Yeah.
So that would be this is always an issue with me and you. Even when you ask the questions, you have to specify.
Yeah, that's why
Because I consider this the 2023 Academy Awards, but it's not.
That's what I try to say. That's why now I now have to say 2023 movie.
So when you say 30 years, you're saying 1994. They had first of all, remember a couple years ago they said celebrating the 28th anniversary of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
They brought them out. That would be nice now. They should have waited. I mean, like Robin Wright and Tom Hanks. Hanks is a good
Hanks is a pretty good one.
Hanks. You know what? I'm going Hanks.
Yeah, I don't think Anna Paquin's going to come on stage and present.
No. But that was 93 though.
94 awards for 93 movies.
So you're not saying the anniversary of 94, you're saying the anniversary of 93 in 94. Okay. I mean, that's Eastwood.
That was not Eastwood.
What do you mean? That was a 93 Oscars from a 92 movie. See, this is why I do this every time.
And then 94 for 95 would be Tom Hanks.
That's what I mean. It was Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show.
Are you talking about Best Picture? Because that's not who presented it.
No, that's not what we're talking about, Justin.
No,
Fuck up.
who won?
Jesus Christ. I know who presented the Best Picture in fucking 1993, 1994. Fucking angry. What else?
I have some clips from the Mid Show. We're talking about you a little bit yesterday.
The what show?
The Mid Show. It's a.
What's the Mid-
It's like the old Barstool Chicago people with Megan making money.
This better be complimentary. I'm not in the mood for slander. I mean,
Hanks back to back 93. Yeah, that's probably the right.
that's
thing.
you'll.
Anyway, sorry.
By the way,
sorry.
1 second. I don't think you'll ever see that again.
No. Well, no, because they did fucking stupid shit now, where it's like, hey,
That's what I mean.
he won. You can't do that.
That's what I mean. So like, if
How the NFL should do it. Chiefs should be out of the playoffs next year.
right, if Cillian Murphy's incredible in a movie next year, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, well, unless he loses this year.
That's why the Christoph Waltz one's so crazy.
Not back to back though.
No, but even just
Yeah.
like
Right, like
two
same
out
with
of three,
Ali.
right? 2 out of 4.
4 maybe.
I
wouldn't
give it
think
to Alan
that.
Arkin. I love Alan Arkin and Argo.
He already won.
Yeah, it's true.
He won for the wrong. People always win for the wrong movie.
Yeah,
That's the other
it's
thing.
so
Like-
true. It's insane.
Like Giamatti's going to win for this, fine. But he's better in Sideways, which is a better movie, and he basically plays in Sideways. He plays an alcoholic teacher who's like antisocial.
That's a good skit nobody would watch except you and me. Someone being like, "Why are you voting for him?" Oh, we should have given it to him 25
right?
years
Yeah,
ago.
but that's what they're going to. I mean, I'm actually totally fine with Giamatti winning. How are we doing with my potential guest? I wanted to have on Coleman. You're kind of a guest guy.
Yeah, they just haven't been responding. I've reached out multiple times.
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try and have to give him another call, but yeah, I'm in contact like with his agents themselves too. Like it's
Does the filmmaker know that you're working on a silent film? Do you think that might
might change things?
Okay, go ahead. The Mid Show. This is the brand new gambling show.
No, it's with Eddie, White Sox Dave. I believe
You said Megan making money.
It's their daily.
Oh, that's the one they do. Okay, yes.
You
I
call it
do
like
know.
Red Line.
Yeah. What's there's a new one with Megan making money, Cheah and Brandon.
Oh, it's quick. Yeah.
Yes, a 12-minute gambling show.
Quick picks.
Right. So as
Which
long as they make
the
it
winner
take
sits in a big throne, but they all went 1-0 in their first show. So I don't know.
I'm gonna sit
Drama
on each other's
never
lap.
ends, does it, on that show? Never ends on that show. Who's gonna sit on the throne today?
So it's got to be for HR reasons. It's got to be Megan sit down, then Cheah sits on top of Megan, then Brandon sits on top of Cheah.
Brandon looks so old right now. He's going through a very weird phase.
Got a nice haircut. I just saw him this morning.
Oh, he got his haircut because he looked troubling at that. Like he was struggling the other night.
He was not liking that. He's not a stay up all night guy.
What the? Who is? I'm not. I'm 50. I was dying.
Kirk goes to sleep at like 9 every night.
By the way, Brandon was done at like 9:15. He was lying on the couch. I actually thought he was gonna be a better shooter. I was disappointed in him. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Also, did y'all see this stat at like, I don't know what it was, the 300 free throws for Kirk, but he was 330 for 445, shooting at 74.1% at one point. How insane is that?
Kirk was great.
Kirk was awesome.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Oh, this makes me think of something. I didn't. My winners and losers list from yesterday. First of all, as the night went on, my percentage was lower. At one point, it's probably in the 80s. Doesn't matter. Who cares? But my not an MVP, but like a solid winner on this list, Chief.
Yeah.
There the whole time, like super positive the whole time. Popped in a couple times, hit some big shots. Was happy to, unlike others, when it wasn't working out for them, they weren't making shots. Was happy to be like, I'm fucking sitting this out right now because we want to get this
He
done.
took a lot of the shifts of when you kind of knew we weren't going.
I would take a rest. Someone like Titus and I would go sit. He would go in there and take a bunch of shots. Like, was happy to do whatever. Like, super friendly, super into it. Like, big Chief stock up. Great performance in this thing.
People were
Just-
saying he looked like a male cheerleader with his
Yeah,
outfit.
a little bit.
Very funny tweet.
He did a little. He did a little bit. He did, but he was like into it. So, stock up. I was very impressed with Chief. Yes, thank you. Yes, and I like Megan making money. It's just that every time I'm here, she's either writing some list out at her desk or she's making sandwiches. I mean, she's Megan making sandwiches. If you go out there right now, is she here, Jeff?
She is.
If you go and look right now, I guarantee you she's sitting at that. You can bring her if you want. Bring her in.
Okay.
I guarantee you she's probably making a sandwich though. What are you laughing at?
Just
And I like her. Am I right, Jeff? If not, don't worry about it.
she's not making a sandwich.
No, I'm saying she's either her desk is right there. No, she's not there. Then you know what she's doing. She's making a sandwich. I guarantee she's downstairs making a sandwich for somebody. Who's here?
I saw Big T, Nikki Smokes.
Big T, Nikki. Okay. Yeah,
I
those are two
saw the
passes.
Chicago guys.
They're all here.
So White Sox Dave, Chief, yeah.
Okay.
Cheah.
Cheah is here.
Yeah.
Oh, is he there right now?
Yeah.
Oh, grab him quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you pleased with your depiction of the shirt?
I was not. But it's okay. I get it. It's a character. Like, it's not supposed to be. I've said this many times. There are guys, I am not one of these people who's offended by someone's like, you're ugly. I'm like, correct. Like, I'm a guy. You know what I mean? I'm not. That's not like calling him many bad qualities that he cares if somebody thinks he's handsome or not.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at myself right now. It's disgusting. I want to vomit.
I cry in the mirror every day when I get out of the
Should.
shower. It's terrible.
You're nauseating. You're a nauseating individual.
Pimple face. Kill yourself.
How's the nose?
Kill yourself.
I got a big fucking
fat,
nose.
pimpled freak.
Oh, and your nose is enormous right now.
It's
getting
massive.
bigger.
Yeah.
You're at that age. Like, you're gonna be one of those guys, old guys who have like an enormous nose.
Yep.
You know, it gets like big. Like, it just gets bigger as they go.
I want to record that when I was at Margaritaville and Dave, they were asking who Justin was, and Dave said the guy with all the zits. I did not laugh.
I did.
I did not laugh.
I did. I just wanted to say, first of all, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Is it microphone annoying to you as well? Oh, you want another one, Jay?
No, it's fine. I'm a little taller, so try to set it up a little higher.
I see. Is this your first time on the show in studio? Obviously, you were on.
In studio, yeah. I don't. Yes.
You were on during the early traffic battle, right? Did you call in or no?
Yes. I've been on your show via voice before, but you don't typically do it from here or New York, so yeah.
Right. I wanted to say I did my winners and losers list. I don't know if you saw this from the free throw shooting. You made my winners list.
Oh, thank you. You were one of the MVPs of the night. So you know what was surprising that
What happened? Why did you stop shooting? You're a good shooter. I said to you a few times.
Yeah, I'm okay. I went downstairs. I just did 17 out of 20, which is what I did a couple of times on. We were shooting around during the day on Monday, but I think I'm actually writing a blog about it right now. But we had 9 people, Dave and Big Cat included. But after that, I'm probably the 4th or 5th best shooter in the remaining 7. So I knew pretty quickly, like.
Was I better than you thought I was going to be when we were shooting downstairs?
I saw you hit 10 in a row when we were downstairs, so I knew you were going to be pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't realize you had like a decorated basketball history.
Well, I am not. I was a good high school player. I'm not.
Right, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it was not. It was not Pete Maravich.
Yeah, but you were very good.
Well, I think I've lived longer than Pete Maravich. How old was he when he died? Look that up. I'm going to say he was 46.
He died at 46.
He had a heart attack in the 80s, I think.
Oh shit.
He died at 40.
He was what?
40.
He was just 40?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm sorry, Cheah. I was talking to Rico. Rico was like, Kayla Clark's going to break the women's scoring record, I guess, tonight, maybe in Iowa.
I think she's like 9 or 11 points away or something like that.
And he's like, he has a chance. She has a chance to beat Pete Maravich for everybody. And I said that there was no 3-point line with Maravich. That he would have had a fucking 2,000 more points, just for the record. Just want that on the record.
Did he bomb them from deep?
He had a lot of those shots. Yeah, his dad coached a team. He shot like 5 million.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, what was not picked up on the stream? Or sorry, I was the fourth or best.
This is blog
shooter
post you're
out of-
proposing. What this is about?
Just
the night itself.
about the team. Just like
You were a huge. You were an underrated, enormous part of the event.
a lot of people have been reaching out to me, have been like, great. I saw the Yak, which I do the live Twitter for, but like we have more talented people doing the like cut ups and stuff like that and like actual graphics for it. And somebody made like a rebounding cut up of me, which is hilarious. But immediately, like there was the first group that was shooting, and Big Cat thinks I suck at free throw shooting because on the Yak,
He kept saying that to me. Yeah.
on 10'4" hoops, I went 1 for 10, which is fair. I was awful on those.
Right.
But I was not in the original starting 5. So immediately I was like, I'll rebound because I actually enjoy rebounding. I knew we were going to be there for a while. And I knew whatever I could do to help the team be better. And actually, Titus, he has this game where he'll try and shoot a ball from every line, going from like right under the hoop to like half court.
Yeah, he mentioned this to me, yeah.
And I had fed him a couple times doing that. I knew how he liked to get a pass. I knew he was going to be our best shooter, like by a lot.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So when we started at 4 o'clock our time, and I'm rebounding at the first session, I was asking everybody, how do you like your pass? Bounce pass, chest pass,
I like a
whatever.
bounce pass, yeah.
And then so at 4:05, everyone was laughing at me, like, I don't fucking care. Like, however,
sure.
I knew we were going to be there for a very long time. So
Oh,
we're
so-
going
oh,
to
s-
need
yeah, right.
every little piece of anything that could help us be 0.5% better would help.
Absolutely.
So I realized immediately that was going to be my role. And I shot a few, and then I got into like the starting 5 to get a couple shots up. I missed a critical one, I think like 22 or 23 or 21, something like that.
Mhm.
Something in the 20s. I was in like the late shift. You offered to switch with me as far as the role.
Oh, right. Yeah, we were going to do because I was doing like the 6
You
to
were doing
12
like-
or whatever.
Yeah, you were
6 to-
early.
yeah.
And I didn't necessarily feel so much pressure where I like choked. I hit 2 out of 3, and I'm a roughly 65 to 75%
Numbers
shooter.
are playing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I realized, okay, my best attribute is going to be helping our good players at least mentally get in a good state where they feel comfortable and the same and repetitive, because it's all about repetition.
True.
And so, yeah, I just did that for as long as I could. My hands were aching. My back was hurting.
I saw the picture.
My legs were hurting a lot.
Yeah.
But anything I could do to help us as a team, because, like, if you look back at it, we made 41 shots in a row. I have no fucking idea who hit the first 15 shots. No idea.
Oh, and that final thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, neither
Or I
do
guess the Cavs guy started, I think.
Well, they
Cavs
started.
guy started. But then
I
after,
think
it's like...
the one mistake we maybe made, like if we wanted to keep it semi close to the original group at the end, was we should have just had anybody to make the first 5. Because it doesn't matter. You can miss 20 times in a row.
So that was...
You know what I'm saying? I probably
should.
should have done that. Or somebody, then you make your first, because it was like Dan going the first.
Yeah.
Although no, because Dan...
His fear was he was going to choke at the
Which
end.
he actually had to do.
Which was incredible.
There was a couple
It was
hours.
he was definitely pulling kind of a cheat code throw.
I think I
because
said it
there was
yesterday.
zero pressure on him the whole night until then.
Well, no,
except for
choked-
the
he
other
choked
thing. But
thing.
I'm saying 99% of the time, 99.6% of the time, he
Yes,
kept, which was
zero.
smart. Like he would. I thought he actually did overall pretty good. Like he was probably in the
He was. And he
high
had
30s,
grooves.
low 40s percentage wise, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but there's times where he'd make 10 in a row.
He got up there and because he was going first, he would just go fast, and he didn't really
And
care.
we
It was
told him to
just
slow
like-
down, right?
Yeah, it was like you can't get in a rhythm if you're going fast.
But we should have done that for that last, because Dave asked me, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "These guys have a thing going," but I wasn't thinking.
Smart in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just wanted to get it. It was like my leg. You saw me. Like I actually think the last hour I shot pretty well, but I was if you noticed, I was going from 8 sometimes to 6. The last time I was just doing 2.
Yeah.
2 and 2, and I was like, this is the most I could do. Like,
Yeah.
Like why hurt them? But like somebody could have just done the first 5, because then the other guys were just going to shoot anyway.
Yeah, which is what Dan was doing. He came in with like 11 left, I think.
Yeah.
And he was very boisterous on the side. Like, I got to get warmed up. He's like, I'm going to shoot the first
So he
2.
came over and he was money in his warm up shots.
Yeah.
He missed his, I think, first or second. I think Chief and I were maybe rebounding. He hit every shot after that, and you could kind of tell he was locked.
And when
in.
these guys were freaking out at the end and telling Dave to go warm up, I was one of the people who was like, "No, do not waste
Oh,
a shot."
really?
Yeah, like don't, because Dave's point is correct. Like it doesn't. He could shoot it doesn't matter. Like I thought it would also interrupt the flow of the moment itself. I liked that it was all happening. I wanted them back there. If he goes and warms up for 3 minutes, and it's like he came back and it was like, and if he had missed, I was thinking this. If he missed, what would you have predicted we would have been done?
Probably like 2 hours ago.
Right. Yeah, it would have taken. Then we would have felt better. We would have started because those guys would have worn out. Then we would a couple of us would have gone. Those guys would have to go to work or they would
Pat
have
Bev
to
would have
leave.
came back around 9 though.
Pat Bev, right?
That was very good.
Yeah, right. Everyone would kind of, which would have been.
I think Dan would have switched the second one had he just taken it right after. He took a quick pause in between. because he was kind of feeling it. He walked right from that other line to the other strike.
I thought Dave was going to miss. I'll be honest. I thought Dave was. Statistically,
I didn't realize we used our mulligan at
15, 26 in a row.
Yeah, so that was
26 in a row.
There was a stretch of hours where every time Dave would take the mulligan at 15, which would be if you should see the shot counter, it was when it was at 27, now 26.
Yeah.
When he would take by the first 12 hours, Dave's mulligan, he missed every time.
We
He kept saying
intellectually,
that.
like as a team, I understood it, but like we should have just said once. Like Dave missed a 15. We should have said forget the mulligan. Like let's just once we had no mulligan, we should have said let's just.
That's why it's crazy. That's how you guys won. Because every time he hit the mulligan, he'd look at us like what the fuck is the point of this?
He was right.
You go, we aren't going to do it.
But
that's how you did it.
Yeah, but at that point, he had a bunch of like 85, 90% free throw shooters to get them to that point.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, I'm a pretty good free throw shooter, and Titus is really good. He's different, but if it's me and whoever, Cheah, getting to that, it's way different bridge.
So hard. Like we got to it at Jesus, I don't know. It was maybe like
the one we got down the final three the first time.
Where Dan missed, like overnight when Dan was recording PMT. It was maybe like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we kind of hobbled that one together.
And then Dave turned to me. He's like, "How do we get there?" I was like, "This happened real fast." Titus hit 2-10 in a row.
Right.
And then it's like, "Oh fuck, Big Cat has to hit 39 and 40." But we were like. We were there.
So where's it? What time was it when Dan missed the
feel like
first?
It was maybe like 5-ish.
It was that early?
AM.
No, I'm saying when's the time Dan missed that we all felt it? There was one time early on.
The 39.
Yeah, when was you know what time that was, Justin?
I'm looking it up.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I thought that was much later.
That was really early because the first time was like the closest time, and then
that was when Tate showed up, literally in the middle of. I'm talking about that one.
Yeah.
He was showing up at 3:45. So he showed up at 3:44.
I would have said that was like fucking 11 at night. I have no memory. Yeah, and that was
Tate walked in at 11 as well.
Because we did a no, he was later than that.
I mean with 11 shots left.
Tate showed up. That was the first. That was Dan missed with 3 to go.
Yes, there was
that was the
11
first time I
shots
saw
left.
on the Morgan thing. It was
like 4:40.
Holy shit! Oh, that's what you're talking about. Holy shit! Tate showed up that late?
Yeah. He just drive like 5.5 hours.
I think he was there when Pat Bev had already left too.
I don't think they crossed.
Yeah, they didn't cross. That's probably
him and he walked in with 11 left because we paused for a minute, and then Dave's like, "Wait till he gets here," and he literally walked in as we said that.
Right, hit a couple.
And then Dan walked in with 11 left when they won
because we had done a good job. Titus made a bunch. That group, and then I was like. When Dan missed, was that the video where we all fall down like we've been hit by lightning or whatever?
Yeah,
and that was tough too because you had a mulligan going into it.
We
did. I think there was 7 shots left. Titus missed it, and that was the mulligan. It was like, oh, that's rough.
Right. That's right.
That was the one that was at like 6:30 p.m. or something like that.
He ran out.
That was
of
the first one.
No, that was the first one.
Okay, see, there's what I'm saying.
I missed one early, and it was like, fuck. Not early, but like in the 20s.
Yeah, I missed a couple
of
of those too.
It's like, fuck. We can't be using mulligans on like me or Kirk. Like it's got to be.
It was.
Like
you eventually there was a
Titus
point.
missed or I missed or Cheah. Like we should just been like we're at 41.
There was a point I could feel. Probably worse for you guys if you were shooting. I could feel it was ending. I actually don't think it would. I think it would have probably taken another hour and a half. But
you still need Dave to make those 3 shots though.
Yeah.
He had spells though where he was hitting. He had spells where he was missing, but he had spells where you could
sleeping
tell
on the
he was
couch.
kind of he was hitting shots.
My confidence waned a lot when I saw him lying on the grass, and he had missed like 6 in a row, and it's like, fuck, we can be as good at with those guys, and we called in White Sox Dave, and that doesn't get talked about. We called in White Sox Dave, and he banked one, and he banked one in, and we're like, that's our path to victory.
It worked out perfectly though, because if we had won with that one, it wouldn't have been this. It's perfect the way we won.
Yes.
One in the soundtrack of my brain from the night though.
Yeah.
Like 6 months from now, if I close my eyes and think about it, it will be Cheah. Will be part of it being like, bend your knees.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Take a deep breath.
Yes,
you've got this.
Yeah, because you were very consistent, but there were some times that you had missed that would come off flat.
Sure.
And
my legs
standing under the basket, I can see like Big Cat always like if he's missing, he's not falling through enough, or he's not using his legs.
Right.
And like similar thing with you.
My legs were just by, 10 hours in, my legs were just done. I was like, I can't I couldn't do it.
So I haven't watched the stream, so I don't know if this came through at all.
Neither have I.
But it was surprising to me. I've obviously been around you with Surviving Barstool and like a couple like mini golf.
Were you in Surviving Barstool?
Yes. Some other events. But obviously with the show and how you can come off to like the other offices, like Kirk is like this like brash guy who's going to attack you. You were, and a whole theme of we were there for 15 and a half hours, something like that. You were by far the most positive and encouraging guy throughout the whole thing. Like even early on, it'd be like 10 o'clock, and I would shoot 2 free throws to start, or like right after him, and he'd be like, "Great job, Cheah, great shift," like dap up, and like that is important. Like
you wear many hats.
As much as
by the way, Cheah, I was a great teammate in surrounding Barstool.
you were 100%.
So you shouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
Surprised you didn't stab me in the back and shoot a free throw like 2 nights ago. Undercut me like fucking Jeff Galooly. No, but I was saying this earlier. Like, first of all, I grew up playing team sports. I love being a teammate. Ironic. Like I love stuff like this. It's fun. But I was like, we're here. Like that's why I love Rico. I love Brandon. I'm kind of down on those guys for getting sleepy and it's like, no, we're in this. Like we're here. Like, so I give you a PFT a ton of credit. Like
PFT too. He was there for
a ton of credit. Like and I was going in being like, I'm not gonna. Obviously, I had an altercation with you during it, but I went in being like, no, I think in order to get this done, you need. I'm not the most positive person all the time, but like it's got to be like, yeah, no, we can do this. And that for me, it went a long way when somebody's like, hey, good shift, good job, because it's a long night. It was fun. It was not. I don't know if it was fun or not during it, but I was texting with Dan last night. Like I'm already back in this mode, like I was for Surviving, where like I'd be texting Will like 6 weeks later, like I cannot fucking believe that I did this, or like I could tell this is going to be one of those nights where it's like, and it's foggy to put everything together. Like if you gave me 10 questions about what time, I would go 2 for 10.
Yeah,
but like yesterday we did the show. I was like, oh, that's right, Pat Beverly was here.
Yeah,
it's like that's right, he was here, and they left.
That's
like
crazy.
Mantis and the whole, but it was great. It was a great. We pulled it off.
Mantis was actually unbelievable. Like I didn't know that he was this like savant free throw shooter.
Kept getting better and better.
I bet you shot in like as the night goes on, it's tougher and tougher. I bet you be shot in the high 70s, low 80s for a percent.
Yes, definitely.
Like not as high as Titus, but like probably second. You all right, Cheah?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You still beat up? Yeah. In the day, I feel like 70. I ran this morning, which actually helped.
I'm on the tail end of sickness where I don't feel like shit anymore, but my body's
Vegas
worn out.
Week too. Yeah. But I feel about 70% better today. Yeah. Like I actually feel alive today. Yesterday I was absolutely cooked. Did you get the airport trip done that time?
I did. So I made it. I told Kirk and a bunch of other people, it's like I have to drive my parents to the airport in the morning. They had like a 10:30 something flight. So I needed to be home by like 8:45, 8:50 to take them. And I made it home like at 8:40.
Perfect. It all happens for a reason.
It ended up working out. But it was one of those like shared trauma, like bonding experience where everyone like at the end, it was all just like we were all right, and like the celebration like was so genuine and like real because it was all just like we can go home now.
I'm very glad Dave
absolutely
fell to the floor himself.
I didn't realize that until I saw the video.
I kept thinking, I thought about it a couple times, like what is celebration gonna be like? Someone to tackle him? Someone to take Dave down? He fell down himself. It made it perfect.
I'm not the jump in the pile guy, so I stayed out of it, but I was very, 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 I was like, if he misses this, we're going to fucking be here. I disagree with you. I think we would have been there forever.
Really?
Because Dave would have gone from, his tank would have been 0 at that point. He was dragging.
Him and Dan loved that moment, though, because they were laughing. Like, Dave went up to the line. Every time Dave went up to the line with, it was either... Every time it was the...
Well, I don't think Dan loved that moment that much.
No, it's true.
No, I could say...
He dread. That was his nightmare.
Yeah, that was... But I kept saying to him, you're going to make these shots. Like, it's different than Dave, who you have no idea. Dan had a bunch of 2 in a row, 6 in a row, a bunch over the course of 2,000 shots.
You can see the clip of Dan hitting the second one. Try to find Dave's face. His reaction is funny.
Yeah.
Almost upset he hit... Not upset he hit it, but he's like... Uh-oh,
yeah.
It's on me now.
So that night, I mean, I've been here 7.5 years. That night, the most Dave has ever like smiled or smirked in like a given.
Yeah,
because he knows he sucks at shooting. He knows he's terrible.
Yeah.
But he almost is like, fuck, like the pressure's on me. Like I'm about to let everybody down. But what was funny was from being under the hoop, I can see all the different reactions. Big had the one shift that he missed is like he didn't shoot early, had to shoot late. You could tell him and Dave were like kind of rooting against each other because they were like, I hope he doesn't. If he makes this, like,
Dave said it when Dan missed that one at 39 or whatever. He's like, I'm glad you made it. I did not want to shoot that. I felt that way when it was in the 20s. I was not that I was rooting against people. I was like, oh shit, I get shot 26. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's you get nervous, like it's stupid, but who cares? Like you're in the moment.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. You get nervous standing over a mini golf putt when we're doing it from like. It's
I have a funny photo of you and Dave with Rico that I forgot to tweet out.
I'm so down on Rico. I'm not down. I love Rico, but I thought.
Hey, one person did not think Cheah was doing a good job the other night.
Who's that?
Bosco.
Yeah.
Oh, was that true?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He didn't like some of the passes.
Oh,
really?
Wasn't he also saying that Tate had like some Ferrari of rebounding guns or something? It was.
He had a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got lost in that joke. I know I was too tired. And then there were bits going on, and I was just like, I
fucking kill Lincoln.
Yeah, he was responding to everything. I love Rico, but he was wearing me out. I actually snapped at him during it, and then he as always with Rico, I yell at him and he apologizes. So it's like freaking battered syndrome. But it was a great. I would give. So I had the winners and losers list from this. I love that the day after. Who's on your losers list? Whose stock is down? Obviously, Big T. We don't need to get into that.
Big T took the biggest hit. I think not because he didn't try or like he did his best at that moment, but more
he gave up a little bit.
He mentally he was in the tank,
right?
Like absolute tank. Like I came in this morning. I started shooting free throws. He came in a few minutes after me. He was like, "How are you even touching a basketball right now?"
He shouldn't be allowed to shoot a free throw here for like a year. If I was Dan, I would ban him for shooting.
So he gave up on himself. He really was hard on himself.
So we had a free throw shooting contest here to like see who was the best. Everyone was horrible. I think he missed his first one, but then he hit 17 in a row.
I believe it. I saw him warming up.
He's an excellent. He is basically he's 1B to Titus's 1A free throw shooting.
Right.
Like he's gonna dispute that. He's an excellent free.
I'm sure.
In knockout, if you ever like, sometimes we'll go downstairs and play. In horse, he will go downstairs. He'll play like Brandon, and he'll just shoot free throws, and he will win.
Cheah, there are certain guys. I'm not going to say who are and who aren't. When the lights come on, they show up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who does that.
Right.
People can figure it out themselves.
I mean, you, Kirk, Dave, and Big Cat. You have to say for sure after those performances.
There's certain guys when the lights, yeah.
But
not Spencer.
Not Spencer. Not Spencer.
Some guys just.
So what time was that?
Feel bad for Spencer.
That felt late.
That was the next morning.
Okay.
Really early, I think.
Certain things I'm like,
there was a pretty consistent.
We did a thing where we did go over the other side for like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
That was a failed, like, that was like
Spencer.
Then the one at a time attempt, remember? Where like, it was like, the world sessions where Jerry was like, one person.
Yes,
I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, we're all, and I said the lowest moment was at one point they went to do Pardon My Take. And everybody was just like sitting down, and Dave and I were underneath. Dave was actually rebounding. And there was like it might have been the bald producer. And like, and like somebody else was just shooting.
Yeah.
And Dave looked at me. He's like, "What?" He's like, "We're doing nothing right now." I was like, Dave, this is what Lowe looks like. This is the lowest moment so far.
Yes.
It was like four guys just shooting around at the Y for no reason.
Yeah.
I was like, we can get our fucking shit together.
Spencer was around 7 a.m.
Yeah, because Spencer came in.
What time did we finish?
He's talking Eastern time. So.
Oh, so
yeah,
6.
sorry.
Yeah.
What time do you start seeing the trains?
Oh, that
Yeah,
was like
That was a bummer.
That was
That
like 6
sucked.
our time. Yeah.
When I saw commuters, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I was shooting him. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I looked. I was like, oh my god! Like, what time is it? A couple times during the night I asked, and they were like, yeah, it's 3:40. I was like, it's 3:40.
Yeah.
But I tried to stay.
Yeah, you were
the glass half full,
like
Cheah.
the whole time, and I pride myself on being a positive guy. At like 5 or 6 in the morning, maybe around that time, I was like pretty broken. I was like,
I think everybody was.
Like, I had a note. I was going to text my wife at like 6:30 or 7, like, if we were still going, because she was texting me throughout the night and checking it, and I was like, I'll be done pretty soon. Like, I think we're pretty close. Like, we saw the finish line. We're kind of right there. And then when that lineup is shooting, I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to be able to take my parents to the airport. So,
how long you been married for?
2024. So this will be year number 8, I believe.
Any kids?
2 kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Delightful young children.
I think they're great.
Yeah.
I've heard other. I've heard other.
Yeah.
You're okay after that.
Yes. We're good.
I know we're good. As I told you afterwards, everything passes.
Yes.
What a backstabbing that was by Cheah, though. And you told him.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You told
me?
Jeff during surviving, which I obviously didn't know about.
I asked you, pulled me into the production room. I asked you what your strategy was.
Because
I mean, it was just I was asking everyone.
It's fine.
Well, no. Do you know? I told you for a reason, and we talked.
Did you think he was going to tell me?
No.
Obviously not. There's no upside to that.
No. All right. We'll touch on that part. Is that the part that I did not like, and the part that ended up fucking me over, and obviously, you know,
For something I did?
No. It's something that like everybody did. But like as soon as, and I think I talked to you about this after, but as soon as someone is voted off, they should be gone. Like,
I happen
stuff taken out.
I happen to agree with that, but like,
yes,
what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Yeah, we had no control of that one. There was nothing we could do.
But I told you and like other people.
You mean? I'm sorry.
I didn't say like, hey, I'm voting Kirk out. I just said like, hey,
you have an alliance.
I was like, hey, like when someone gets at like, I was like, I might do something shocking tonight, and like whoever the people voted out, they got to leave immediately, because as soon as people hang around after, and then we all talk about.
Because you told me after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what you're saying is.
I mean,
but
it was
that
one of two people.
But I basically was out of the building within like half an hour. Like,
no, not that. So just like the 2 minutes after that, like the vote ends, everyone's about to either go upstairs and shoot the.
Oh, they should be gone then.
It should be like you shouldn't be talking to whoever just.
There was a lot of that going on.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
We were pretty worried going into it about being like, hey, you're coming here for a week. And then if you're the first one voted out, you got to stay the fuck out. And
not gone, but just like out of the building. To like that moment has to pass.
Correct.
Otherwise, it's impossible to.
Something that we will do something about for the next time. Now that people are bought in, there were some things that we were worried about in terms of people being like, I'm not doing this if X has to be where we have to go here and be here and stay in the hotel. So now that we've done it, I don't think that shit's gonna be a problem.
The biggest mistake I made, and again, this is something I think about all the time. If I gone to you early and said, look,
if you had talked to me early, we would have been.
Not even that, but like early on in the actual show itself, after you had made if I had said, hey, look, Will and I are voting Kevin out tonight, we're inflexible about that. Would you have then just gone? Like, was our mistake getting rid of Nate early? I can't believe I'm saying that because I wanted him out so bad. Is Nate being annoying? Did that cost me $100,000?
Did you? Or Nate said it on the, I think at the reunion, did he maybe? Or maybe it was just to a few people, but he was like, my biggest mistake was telling people Hank had the idol.
Idiot.
Because then
came up to me and said it.
Voted out Hank.
And we were like, well, we have to vote you out now. Like, like what do we, I remember saying it to him like this while it was going on. I'm like, why would you tell me that?
Yeah.
Like,
when he was interrupting your rant against me,
yeah,
I walked downstairs and I don't think it made it. I told the federal camera, I said, Nate's gone.
Yeah, I just couldn't.
I watched somebody get eliminated as I was getting yelled at. I was like,
but I guess I couldn't. I guess I was always fucked because you had 3 at that point. Like I would have needed. I would have needed me, Will, and Nate.
If you had talked to me very early, like before the game started, even put out a feeler because I had heard that you had at least talked to someone before.
Kevin talked to me.
Right. So then I would have had a lot more trust in you had that been like a pre-arrangement.
Right. As it turns out, like I was completely honest the whole time.
Yeah, you were.
Because I thought you were in. I mean, it's a game. You played it well.
But also, I think that the part that I had been taking notes on everyone, like at least mental notes, and you had said like, "I'll stab anybody in the back," and at which point I knew you were nails as far as that week.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, all right, well, I know there is an impending stab coming.
But I think that's a case. Like at some point, like if it gets
probably
someone's going to do it to somebody. That was my take. Like my thing was always just get to the merger and then see what happens.
I feel like I've said this, but maybe I haven't. I would have stuck with Kevin and John till the end had I had.
Didn't you fuck over Kevin over?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Had the atmosphere been correct, like I don't know.
Well, you were dead. I mean, it didn't matter.
Yeah, but like, well, if there's a final 3 of me, Kevin, and John, like there's a chance I win that. I win that probably.
Yeah,
probably.
You would.
But I would have a shot.
You, Kevin,
and John had we stuck and had been like, well, I didn't stab anybody in the back because I've been working with these guys the whole time.
Yeah, you would.
Then there's a chance I win the entire Chicago vote.
That's true.
And then I actually have a shot at the whole thing. But there's a spot where like the atmosphere very much changes, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna stick with like. I'm not gonna fuck myself over.
That's something. It's the same as the free throw thing. We still talk about. I still think about. It was just fun. It goes fun. Like you get mad, but then you don't. And it's like a great. I don't know what's next for that, but we'll see.
So 2 of your favorite Barstool memories are with me.
Yes, I told you.
Maybe 3. Mini golf.
4 of the dozen.
Well,
beat him in the final 4.
I didn't win that mini golf though.
I wasn't in the Arizona one, the Long Island one.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't win the Long Island one.
Oh,
that wasn't. That's as Riggs said. That wasn't a real event.
That's fucking horseshit.
You were mad at Riggs that.
That makes me mad that Riggs. Actually, I love Riggs.
That was at the Brandon dinner, right?
Yeah, that was Riggs.
Like, were you at the?
I wasn't at the
you were
Phoenix
in Phoenix.
One. No.
You were in Phoenix though.
I was.
Because that's when I met that fucking fan guy. What's his name?
That's right. Your buddy.
Me?
Yeah, he's at all a dozen events. Nice guy.
Lauderdale?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were standing.
He's a good dude.
I know you were talking to some guy, and I was like, he's like, oh, I'm just a fan. I thought he was like one of your friends. I thought he was like an actual Barstool employee.
That happened with us in Vegas.
Threw me off. I was like,
we're at the craps table and we're playing, and he's like, hey, this is my buddy, whatever, Ryan or whatever. We're playing craps for like 20 minutes.
Tony.
30 minutes. Tony, and he walks away and he goes, Tony was crazy on there. He goes, yeah, I met him like 30 minutes ago. That's like your lifelong friend who was here.
It was something like that, exactly that. And oh, that's right. Yeah, they were in the semifinals of the dozen too.
Yeah, the mini golf thing makes me mad. He was like, well, I wasn't
there.
We
were at the dinner that night in after the Arizona one. Dave took us out. That was one where Brandon left a $20 tip on like a $10,000 dinner.
Yeah. He said him and Whitney weren't there. Was a difference. I'm like, I don't know. The champion was there. I was 28 under. Nobody's beating me that day. I
also won the Arizona one by 9 shots.
Oh yeah,
like it didn't matter. Like, it just didn't. It didn't matter that Riggs choked in that final round.
Yeah, nobody was beating me in Long Island that day. Nobody.
Mini golf is actually a different sport than golf. Is that fair?
It's like playing
for sure.
It's like
the first mini golf
was the
first mini golf course is much different than the second one too, though. Which you were good at both.
I was in the final group with you. I didn't play great that.
I thought
you were as well.
Yeah, mini golf was the final round.
We were in the final group. I think it was 3 of us.
I had like an unreal round where I think I was like.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think I was like 12 under.
And then you and I, we were not great in the final round.
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't miss. Butt.
Yeah, you made everything.
What did you call me to Dave? Like mental assassin or something along those lines.
Like a serial killer. Like you give off a serial killer vibe. You have no pulse. Like I've always liked Cheah, but he's a fucking weird guy. But I like him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of practice for the next one. There'll be a lot of.
We can't announce it, I don't think. But
no,
there will definitely be a mini golf tournament.
Oh.
I'm sure.
I
aware
expect
of that?
myself right there.
I'd love to be included. I probably won't be. I assume it'll be around.
I don't think you'll have to travel far for it. Is my
blow up happened
very far at all. Yeah.
My blow up happened right around when the argument started happening, so my blow up wasn't a huge part of the last mini golf. But because I was only like 1 or 2 strokes behind you, and I was
had an argument?
I can make a run here. No, when you guys had the argument with Whitney, when the big argument happened.
Oh, with the
loop,
that was very funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Wait, I want to circle back to this. What was your? I was asleep for most of the day yesterday. So what were your winners and losers list from yesterday?
My winners list. I'm removing myself. This is the most praise I've ever gotten from the company yesterday. First of all, I think they think I am like. I understand I'm old, but they think I'm like not capable of doing things. Like they were like, I wasn't.
You were way better than an average free throw shooter.
Yeah, I was in high school. I was in the high 80s as a free throw shooter. Okay. So I mean, like I'm a good free throw shooter. I haven't shot free throws in like 25 years. So, but it was more like people were like you were saying, like, oh, like he's like really. People just like, oh, he's actually like. He was pretty nice. Well, I'm like, you were around me a lot. Like I'm,
I was around you.
I get that. I'm the whisperer. Whenever like people are like, hey, can you tell Dr. Kirk about this? I'm like, you can ask him. He's not going to kill you.
Also, like, look, like if I'm on my show and like it comes up that Kelly Keegue says that she blogs on Fridays, she doesn't blog on Fridays. Like I'm going to make fun of it. Like it doesn't mean that I don't like these people. Like whatever.
Right.
I did not put myself. I obviously Titus completely.
Sure.
I don't count the guys at the end. The stolen valor. Like I give them credit, but like it was like they jumped in and made it. But they're not really part of it. Like they were, but they were not in the. It's almost like bombing. It's almost like coming at the end of the war and rescuing people. Like we were in the. We were in.
Yeah,
the
we were in the trenches. Yeah.
Who else on my winners list? You and PFT, Dan and Dave.
PFT also didn't need to be there for anything.
He
did. He was told to leave. They were like, "Hey, you're good."
That's exactly what I said.
Good to go, PFT.
So this is a guy who's got plenty of wealth. There's but he's just stayed there because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
My losers were Rico, Big T. I have Ohio State as a basketball player on my winners list. Has no personality, so he's like I think he's just gonna be a drip as an on-air personality. So my losers list.
It was hard to say because that's.
I think
we were not in a talking environment.
I think he's a laid-back guy though. Like he's a bomb thrower, but like in real life, I think he's gonna be like friendly with everybody. He's gonna be here, and he'll be the guy who's like bringing the sandwiches up with Megan when people need sandwiches. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying somebody's got to make sandwiches. Megan making sandwiches.
I don't think I've ever been around. He was.
Brandon's on the loser list from last night too. That's not disputable. He would tell you that.
Yeah, Tay was on Surviving Barstool Idol. I didn't really meet him much during that, but
nice kid.
He was my first time around him. He seemed fine, but yeah, last night was not a time to show off your personality.
Right, like I didn't say much. You're right. It was very quiet because you're focused.
I was actually talking to Fasoli about this downstairs. There was a moment, I don't know if you guys noticed this, I almost lost it on Malasek, who I love. He's the producer
that?
of our new show, Quick Picks.
You would know him, Jake. You would.
Oh, I know
recognize him.
Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the round that we made it, and I think Scott Morris was shooting, and he was on like 36 or 37.
Oh, which one that is?
Or like
UNH.
The guy I saw today.
Yes.
I saw him running this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you guys dap up? Or just
I
like
was. We saw each
nod?
other, and I saw him reach in his pocket, and I was like, I don't want to do this like selfie thing where it's like, hey, the two guys, river in the background. But yeah.
But Malasek, who does social here, like ran from one side
Yes,
of the court
yes,
to
I
the
know
kitchen
exactly what you're
to like
talking
try and get a video during like shot number 36 or 37.
Spider had a few moments
Luckily, it went. Spider set off the coffee machine.
Yeah.
on like
That's pretty
Dave's
funny.
shot
on 30. 30.
It's like, what are you doing?
I'm not really sure that with Dave it doesn't really matter, but yeah.
Anything.
I
But
agree.
like
I
Malasek to like run in someone's view on like 36, 37. I almost, if he had missed that shot,
Unbelievable.
Jake Malasek would be a dead man this morning.
Okay. So he's on your loser list.
No, I love Malasek. So
You can hate. I love a bunch of people. I love Rico, but he had a bad night. You can't fall asleep during that stuff. We're all in this together. Like, people are trying.
Yeah, I mean, I think last night or whatever night, it showed where people it's a team environment, and yeah, he's
Rico Bosco. I've heard it. I don't agree with it, but I've heard it.
He was bottom of the pile though with Dave. He was like the person on the bottom.
That is stole. He was awake for that. I know.
Yeah.
I think he said he woke up during like the first roar. Because
Right.
I think Big T said he fell asleep too for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Rico was like snoring. They like put the microphone up to him.
So that's the picture I'm about to tweet. I have the picture
good.
of.
You have your moments. Like, I knew at the end when all those guys showed up, I was going to force my way into shooting. Like,
That was really
stupid.
because Dave was very down on Cav's shirt.
Which is what I'm saying.
Kirk,
Which
get
I'm
in.
saying. I could have just done the first 5.
Yeah.
But I was like, these guys are going to like.
Yeah, they had a thing going.
You know what that's like. It's like you did that. Like, these guys are
Right. You
team
kind
players.
of got to be aware of where you fit in that order and how do you best benefit the team. And I think even with you like sitting out, like you realize, okay, this is way bigger than Kirk Mandan or Stephen Shea or Dave Portnoy or whoever. It was about everybody.
Right.
So
You're trying to win You're trying to win yourselves $100,000.
According to Mantis, who, as I said earlier, I saw him outside. I left
he
the
has
show
heard this,
ended
yeah.
yesterday. He was outside, and I just told the story earlier. He's outside in the hall, just standing there. I'm like, hey, man, after my show yesterday, what's going on? I am, at that point, I've done the show. It's like,
okay, it's over.
10
Camera's off.
10 o'clock. Like, I am, been up since 4:30 the previous.
We both almost fell. I almost
woke
fell
up
asleep
at
during
4:30
the
the
show.
morning of the. So I am like up for 30 hours now.
Brutal.
And my legs are dead. And Mantis is like, hey, he's like, what do you think Dave's gonna do with the $100,000? Like, how's he gonna hand that out? And I was like, and I was saying that I said to Jeff earlier, you know how it is with Dave with these things. For all I know, because you're not near him, for all I know, at 2:30 he was like, you know, if we do this, I'm going to give $100,000 to you. You know how he is sometimes at these events. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he. I'm like, great. I was like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, I see, like how it looks here. It was a DraftKings $100,000 thing for the people gambling.
Tough.
I was like,
He was
man,
here till like 6 o'clock.
I was like, man, I think he's going to give you
PM?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, man, I think he's going to give you $98,000. I think that's how it's going to work. And then I'm like, take the win, man. It was a good night for you. Like, you might get hired out of this.
I mean, hey, credit to him. He's showing up till 6 p.m. He signed a 1-day contract. Like he maximized it. So good.
He was,
It
on
pretty
he was on
funny.
my winners list too, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Pat Bev asked him why he let him go from the company. He's like, why'd you let him go? This is great. Look what he's doing. And Dave's like, well, this is all he did.
Right.
He just shot hoops.
And Jerry should make my winners list too. He stayed awake. Jerry can
was
get
way better
Jerry
free
can
throws
kind of
than I would've thought.
sleepy and he can get kind of he
Trying
was
to find
like
guys on the internet, just random guys.
right. And Jerry, he
Yeah,
brought in
he got those
he
guys.
brought in one of the great
Spencer.
moments, Spencer, who also made my winners list. And
Who,
losers
before he
list.
came out, remember, he walks. This actually may not have been taken on camera perfectly because of just the way the cameras are set up, but the guy walked in. We had no idea what he looked like. Jerry ran to get him.
Great
Comes
moment.
back in the court and goes, guys,
great moment.
I think this guy's got it. I think this guy's got it. He's the ringer. And
One of
then
my
he-
favorite. I was underneath the other hoop, and I was looking over. You might have been rebounding. I was rebounding for a little bit, and I saw him take that first one, and he was short by like 2 feet.
Yeah,
And I was
no,
like, this
we were
is
by the way that we
fucking
looked at him. We
great.
saw it, yeah.
That gave me a lift. I was like,
It
oh,
was
I
just a
have that
massive
today.
morale boost.
Huge.
It was
You
very
need stuff
mean. We
like
were laughing
so mean
hysterically
to
at
him. We
him.
were so mean to him.
Even like bringing blizzards in was a morale. But like you need every couple of hours, you
Yeah.
need something. And that massage guy was great, but I was like, I'm bummed that he left. I could have.
You got it in adjustment?
Yeah, no, I didn't get that, but he did a thing for my legs, and that got me like another 2 hours. You were right.
Yes,
He
yes.
was-
I did chuckle with the cleaning crew at one point walked by and we asked if they could shoot. And they
that's
said
right.
no. And then when Pat Bev got here, they walked by again and Pat said, "Can you guys shoot?" We're like, we already asked him.
Who was the guy who showed up when nobody knew who he was? Was that just a random?
An overnight security guy.
That was the guy whose first day was there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very funny. That'd be great if he shot.
And we're like, "Can you shoot?" Like, no.
We had one of our other regular security guards start shooting on the other side.
He couldn't make
he was
anything.
not good.
He was
Yeah,
like 2 for 12.
Uh,
All right, we have anything else here? No, we good?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Any boys, anything?
I got a couple things I can hold for tomorrow.
All right, nothing good, though?
I have a song that can wait, but yeah.
Okay. Did you meet Stephen Cheah, Justin, in New York or no?
I don't. Maybe we met during Yak Idol, but
yes,
He was there.
He was the
Yes,
guy- he was the guy who-
Justin came to heckle Clemmer, right?
yes, that was me.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, I remember Justin. How you doing?
Who has your job now? Like, if I did a read that was 52 seconds, who would... Is that a regret, or do you stand by that?
No, I mean that was
That's
part
a very
of the job.
That's a very Cheah thing. I didn't know him at the time. That's a very Cheah thing.
Yeah.
What did I say? You should play in traffic? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
that was
like,
it,
like,
yeah.
yeah, like go play in truck because the job was sending ad traffic. So
Right.
yeah.
You're like, yeah, Kirk, 54-second read for for whatever. Simply Safe. Like, it has to be 60 seconds.
I mean, so you realize the reason that I would reach out for that is because we would get emails. Like I'm
I
not
know- I know
like
that.
timing your reads.
I understand that. I understand.
But like who has that? I believe Gabby has that.
Yeah,
Gabby's
that'd be
that's right.
Gabby.
We never hear about that stuff, guys, no?
Not that I know of.
No, there was something with Simply Safe that was just directed to like multiple channels. It was like,
Gotcha.
yeah.
I'll give you a tease for tomorrow. I don't do this often on the show. Jeff has a Coleman story that is going to shock the minute. Well, maybe not shock them, but
The rumor mill will churn after this story.
yes. Coleman this will be.
Oh,
I
no.
think tomorrow. We have episode 2 with Portnoy and Whitney tomorrow, and because of I don't know if you saw Coleman's endless tweets to your friend Bailey Carlin, but
Bailey Carlin. I mean, he was a nice guy when he worked here, but
thousands of tweets to him. So Dave hates.
Someone who people think cheated on the dozen, by the way, Bailey Carlin. He would hold his dog in his lap.
He was on the dozen.
He was on the Misfits, and he was replaced by Hank for the tournament. They made the Final Four. Yeah.
How are you feeling about your team?
good. I always feel strong about it. I think we have a good team that has the chance to
with the right breaks.
We are excellent at sports questions. Music and celebrities are pretty good. And then if we get, what's tough is we don't have like a golf or geography or books or like a
niche,
some like non-sports like niche that we're like, or snacks that we're like great at. But if we can go like 75% on those questions, then I feel like we are one of the best teams.
You've been in the semifinals the last 2 years, or no? Is that right?
No, the first and second year. Made the Final Four the first year. They lost to the Misfits.
Right.
They lost to Dave's team as a 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The second year.
Then last year.
And then last year they made the Final Four.
But yeah, we're always in that top
regular season
6
champions.
range.
The cursed regular season champion.
Because we destroyed them last year.
Hmm?
Right. I think I had like 12 points in that game or something. Yeah.
Yes.
But that can happen. That's the thing about winning in this thing. Like 15 things have to happen the right way.
Right. If
we got that, like with the Frankettes and
if Brandon doesn't answer your phone a friend,
we're not New York. Chicago.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. That's what I mean. You need if Frank didn't guess
no idea who
12.8
wins,
billion for Donnie Darko's worldwide gross, and
yeah,
like things like that happen. Or I mean, if that person in the crowd didn't yell Durham to Rico, we don't win the championship. Like these things have to happen. He hates that.
Two things I want to say before I go. One is that actually on surviving after that whole fallout, I didn't really have like a ton of experience with them before, but I actually liked the Minifan universe.
I figured you would.
They were obviously came at me and stuff like that, but a lot of them were very funny.
Good sports about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny. There's that. That's where
That's
when
people
I
realize,
clicked with me.
right? Yeah, it's not like fuck you live here. Like it's not that. It's
Right.
like I think everybody.
That's what honestly I had previously thought.
I think everybody understood the context of that. This was a game. This was not somebody at the company trying to get me fired, which has happened sometimes. It was more like I think everybody knew I liked you, but I was pissed in the moment.
Sure.
And we had, I still don't really understand Rico's anger toward you. I've said that to him.
I don't either, and I said that during
Still
the meeting.
lingers. 24 hours ago, you're still shitting on him. It was
Right, like
unbelievable.
my anger to Cheah, like legitimately, it's a game, but like he legitimately stabbed me in the back.
Yes,
Like
I lied to your
we went to
face.
dinner the night.
Right, yeah, you just kept lying.
We went to dinner the last night, and we stepped out of the Uber. And
Who, you and I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we went to the Italian place.
Oh,
I
that was
remember
good,
you looked at me and you said, you know, I don't even know why Rico's mad at Cheah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like at the night of
And
like,
once
the
I gave the speech
Yeah.
to Cheah, I was like, whatever, it's over. I wasn't mad. I think that night we were like,
Yeah,
everything's good.
there were like 2 days where like you wouldn't even look at me, and then like day 3 you came over to me. You're like, you're playing a good game, but you have no shot of winning.
Right. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I was not. But yeah, Rico was like, I feel like was it because he fucked me over before?
So actually, because I don't give a shit about this guy, I'm going to tell all about kind of what happened post surviving. So post surviving, yeah,
You don't give a shit about Rico, you're saying?
Yes.
You don't like Rico?
Right now, no, I don't particularly care for him.
Is this lingering from the surviving?
Yeah.
I mean, he was still shitting on him last like 2 nights ago. He was like,
I don't know if he was
crazy.
shitting on you, like you guys made up, and he was just shitting on you, like joking around.
No,
Shitting on him for
very,
what?
very much not joking around.
For what though?
I don't
he
know.
hated the passes the other night. He kept talking about
One
the
thing that
passes.
Rico didn't even step to the line.
I don't want to take
It was so
Cheah's
bad.
side over Rico on anything generally, but like Rico cannot criticize Cheah's effort.
Yeah.
like
he was sleeping.
Cheah stood there the whole time.
Yeah, no.
Rico was sleeping. He was snoring. He was doing bits. Oh, don't make me do this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So surviving happens. You know, obviously I backstab you.
Right, I remember
There's a situation where you got nipped right before the merge. And
Correct. I think it was the last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a big reason actually why I didn't want to
Rico.
turn on Kevin and John was because your plan was like, all right, we got Rico on the other side.
Well, I'll tell you this. The one thing we did have was we had a merger alliance before that, where it was Compton, Rico, me, Dave before he was eliminated, and somebody else. We had 5.
To be at the bottom of that totem pole because he was like,
Actually,
we're definitely
I'll
gonna get to
actually
the
be honest with
final
you.
6.
I actually had you. I thought we were together. Like I was like Cheah and I, or me, you, and Will were a group.
Yes.
And I think Will actually thought that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that had we revealed ourselves as a big 3 at that point,
We'd
like
been
we
in
had
trouble,
gotten
yeah.
snipped.
I agree, yeah.
So I felt confident that once it got to, you were like, I can definitely get to the final 6, and after that, like, who knows? And at that point, I was like, that deal kind of sucks.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna, flip on my chance to get to the final 3 for that.
Yeah, I get that.
But so the surviving thing, or we get to the merger, and my thing is like, Rico kind of blows up and is like, fuck, after you get eliminated.
Right.
And then, so I obviously know that you guys working together after what you had said, and then, his kind of reaction. So, and I said this part, I think, at surviving, where me and Jerry are upstairs, and I'm talking to him, I'm having dinner, and, no cameras around. Rico comes up after a shower, and I'm like, so, am I next in your hit list? And he goes, oh, well, anything can happen, whatever. And he just like fumbles away.
Right.
And at that point, I'm like, he didn't say no.
Right,
So
right.
I make it a point. I'm like, all right, we need to get Rico. And I like called in a favor from like Kevin. It's like, all right, let's do Rico and we'll do whoever you want next. And
Sure.
he's like, all right, fine. So Rico's the play. Rico's obviously lobbying to get me out on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So Rico gets out. We do the final show. And that's just in the game. That's whatever. That's part of playing the Surviving Barstool. At the reunion, he does the speech to me. It's very funny. Very funny. He throws the cheese, calls me a rat, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
After the taping of that, which is before the winner is revealed, but we wrap the New York taping and then all part our separate ways.
Yep.
I go over to him, camera's off. I was like, hey, man, that was a great speech, really funny. And he like shrugs me off, won't shake my hand, won't look at me. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. So I leave. A couple weeks later, he comes to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting up here and, I'm up here. And I go over to him. I was like, hey, Rico, what's going on? I was like, happy to see you made it here. Post Chicago. Good to see you. How you doing? And he's like, and I was like, oh, are we still doing the thing? He's like, oh, the play's not over yet. And I was like, all right. So then, he comes for, whatever advisors or, whatever show they're doing. So I see him a couple weeks later, same thing. I go up to him. I was like, how you doing? He's like, So I'm like, all right. Couple weeks later, same thing. I see him in the hallway. And I was like, are we still playing Cops and Robbers? And he was the one guy who, before was like, oh, anything that happens on there, we're playing Cops and Robbers.
He would say, he kept saying,
we'll
"That's
still go
true."
to, me and Tommy Smokes, we stabbed him in the back, we'll still go to Chili's on the airport, right? Absolutely not. Biggest liar we got. So, in real life. And so.
A scumbag?
You could say that.
Would you say that?
I don't really.
He's a friend of mine. I'm not saying.
I don't really waste my time worrying about what I think. Rico's a guy I don't fuck with right now. So, so all of that happens, and then he comes here for a dodgeball stream.
Oh yeah.
So, or maybe he's just taking part in it, whatever. So we get assigned teams randomly or something like that. I get chosen to his team.
Right.
And he immediately is like, fuck. Doesn't want to engage with me, doesn't want to dap up. We're on the same team. It's like, all right, fine.
Right.
So officially, we don't fuck with each other. Then we get to Survivor Reunion, and I asked him, I was like, we're not particularly like close friends. Like, I didn't do anything necessarily to you. We were playing a game. And I called him out because somebody helped write his speech.
That was a good moment for you.
Yeah. And he didn't care for that. So officially, we both don't fuck with each other. He unfollowed me on Twitter. And yeah, at the basketball stream, we actually had like a good positive interaction. Or during the football stream, we had Super Bowl, we had to sit next to each other. And we were kind of positive and, no ill will. We both kind of had similar bets. So, kind of updating, rooting for each other. And then, yeah, I mean, the basketball stream was fine. We had no issues. I didn't, care that he went to sleep. He was objectively one of our lower tier free throw shooters, so he shouldn't have been in the final group. Like, I mean, I should have been in the final. You weren't in the final group. Like,
right. But he wasn't. But I was part of it till like, half hour to go or something. Like Rico fell asleep at like 6 hours to go. Or no. Like to me, if you're there, you should be doing something. Falling asleep, you can argue is like, I guess, content. I guess I don't know. But
I mean, you could argue from a content perspective, him versus the chat was his contribution.
True.
In which case, that's fair. This is entertainment. It's a stream. So I could argue that he was. I could even argue he's on the winners list because he provided an element that nobody else did.
I didn't like.
I'm not going to argue that, but I could.
I didn't like the guys who couldn't get the message. It was like, hey, you're not shooting well right now. Sit it out for a little bit. They kept trying to force themselves into it. Rico's one of them. Whereas once in a while, I'd be like, right now it's just not working. Maybe you'll make 8 in a row later, but right now you're slowing us down.
It's funny you say that. Because there were times, and I talked to PFT about this during the stream, but like we needed to cut guys off. There were several times I needed to cut you off when you started because you would go 6 in a row, 7 in a row, or 8 in a row. And then, being the ball return guy, you get the ball and you look at
I know you were doing. I kept trying to get to 10.
Sometimes Kirk just goes, a lot of time, like Mandel would go like this, like just keep it going because you have people assigned a certain number. Kirk a lot of times will just go. Right. And just do you cast with the ball. It's like, all right, well, you just made like 7 in a row.
Well, I'll tell you, my strategy there was once I think you're right. My strategy there was once I got to 6 or 7, I was trying to buy shots for Titus.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, if I can get to 10, which I did a couple times early, if I can just find a way to get to 10, that gives Titus 3 or 4 less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was because I was like, no one else is going to do that of the group that was there.
Right.
So if I can bridge Titus and buy him 4 shots, it'll save his legs for later.
But there were at least 5 times
where I made 6 or 7.
To 7.
Totally.
And it's like, I should have just been like, Kirk, you're done.
No, I think you're right.
But at that point, it's like, all right, just.
But I would turn around behind me and it would be like Hank or something. I was kind of like, well, I don't like. Even with my legs being dead, probably is better shot with me doing it.
Right.
You're right because I saw you do it because you'd be like, I'd be like, just, But a few times I was like.
Yeah, a couple times you hit it.
And towards the end, like I said,
a couple times you did step off, and that was.
And if you know, like I said, if you notice, my participation was I'd go from 8, trying for 8, trying to 6, trying for 4, and I was like, if I can just get us 2 here or 3, maybe I can get 4.
Yep.
Great, that's true. But you're right. Yeah, that is. Cheah was very, how his brain worked. He was very into that stuff, thinking like that.
Oh yeah.
Most people would just be like, like you sure?
It's like you give someone a look every time, and if they're past their number.
But like Jerry, as much as I love Jerry wanted to shoot like 15 times in a row.
Yeah.
Like Jerry, it's like, but Jerry at moments would make like 6 in a row.
Yeah. There were times where he'd be like, I'm feeling it. It's like, all right, just let him go. But then once he hits, 5, it's like, all right, Jerry, let's.
And I put Chief on my winners list too. Good attitude guy.
What a comeback story.
And came back. He was horrific for a while.
He was #1 in Dave's shit list for 6 hours.
Yeah. I mean, he was like off the. The thing with Chief is he has a line drive shot, which if it's not going well, is bad. Back of the back of the rim, fly. But then he came back. Didn't make like 8 in a row or anything, but had a few.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah,
I played basketball with him. He's a good shooter
and good attitude guy.
Yeah,
I'm not pouting. Didn't go to sleep. Didn't go away. Didn't go high. Like he was encouraging.
If you'll notice what changed, he switched balls. He switched from that ball to the Wilson
leathery
one.
Leathery one. I didn't like that one. Did that one Dan had?
That's the one Dan had too.
That was the other thing these guys were good at. They knew like I like this kind of ball. Or Dan like
Titus needed an exact ball. Like couldn't just be one of those. It had to be the ball that he went with. And
like I can only shoot with these. I hated those leathery ones.
Yeah.
Solid jump.
Look
how far we've come.
Go. Yeah.
You gonna fall asleep?
No, I'm good. Why?
Because you're yawning. You seem worn down.
I was looking up something for the story about tomorrow. I just dawned on me I might have a new way to find some evidence, but I.
This Coleman, this story is not good.
Oh what no! What story? What is this?
We can't give it away, right? Don't even give a hint.
Yeah, I won't because there's some other elements. No, I'm locked in.
I was like, Coleman, the things we suspect about you will be more.
Oh, I think I know the one then. I'll wait.
Oh, don't spoil. Don't
give it
yeah. No,
you have
that's
a defense
funny.
ready?
I don't know if there's ever really a good defense.
Remembered something. That's all. I'll
good.
say.
Good.
Yep.
Right.
I think I know.
That's why I was researching. No, I'm good. I'm not.
All
Gonna
right.
know.
So we're back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Finally, sure
We're taking calls tomorrow.
I haven't taken calls in like 3 weeks. I get up and down.
It's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I get very. I don't know. You read books? You're a reader, no?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not. I read one book a year. It's like Warren Sharp's NFL preview, and that's it.
You seem like an analytical, smart.
No.
Like you would like reading about analytics. And
I have
stuff.
classes. That's it. And I'm Asian.
He's smart presenting. That's
You
what
are
I
Asian
said.
Smart
because
presenting.
Justin famously, David from who was it? Pat Ford, the Drip Lord, our guest, who asked if you were Asian. And I said, it's one of those questions where you find yourself like, am I
Questioning?
is he actually Asian? Like, what,
Yeah.
Am I missing something? You are confirmed Asian.
Confirmed. Half Asian, but yes.
What is your
half that, bottom half?
Where in Asia?
Hong Kong.
Have you ever been there?
No, too far.
You have no desire to go.
No. If there's
was
a
a
flight,
2-hour flight, could you?
I'm
would you
pretty sure
go?
that it's ruled
if there
out
was
already.
a 2-hour flight, yeah. But
Do you
I
have
mean,
family there?
Technically, yes.
But not like family.
No. Nobody would like.
Is your
No,
dad?
hey, don't rule that out. Coleman just met family for the first time
That's
ever.
true.
A couple days
Dad's
ago.
family? Dad from Hong Kong?
My dad's younger brother, who's like significantly younger.
I'm saying
like,
half is your dad.
Yes.
And your mom is from?
White, New Jersey.
Is it military?
No. He just came here when he was like 18.
That's an office line to Karen from Michael Scott. Remember, he's like a GI.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was the
Yes.
line. Yeah. Huh? But you have no desire to go there.
It's just I don't have any desire to be on a.
Your dad wasn't born there.
He was.
Oh, he was born there.
Yes.
Does he go? He never goes. Interesting.
Not for like.
My
20
dad used to
years.
go for. My dad used to go for business there years
Hong
and years
Kong?
ago. Yeah, a
Really?
lot. Yeah, like 40 years ago.
My dad went to Japan a lot.
Yeah. When I was a kid, Hong Kong always seemed like a place that wasn't real. It felt like a movie, like because it
Same.
rhymed. Like I was like, is that real?
Yeah.
Huh? But you have no. So you're not going to go. You don't think ever?
Maybe someday, but just like now.
I can't get
it's like you're on a plane for a day.
I can't do that.
I can't do
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm not.
You would feel like this. I think. Like we
I
felt
get,
yesterday after that.
I get Jimmy legs. If you ever like get tired,
Yeah.
it's like I'm.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's
I get
it's a nightmare.
claustrophobic. I couldn't be on a plane that long. All right, we're good, guys.
Wait, one last
we-
thing.
Take
And
me
I don't
whatever.
know if you talked about this. We were in Lowe as Mr. Vegas. Like
First of all, I heard he made like $100,000 or something.
Not that much.
How
Not a
much?
lot, though.
10?
How much?
A little more than that.
What are you afraid?
All on the roulette
legally
table.
afraid to
No,
say?
I just don't want. I'm not trying to like.
Brag.
Just
Walk
tell
away.
us-
Walk
just tell
away
us the
with
fucking total, would you?
Final total was just under $14,000.
Go.
All on the roulette
Dollar.
table. Yeah,
It's all roulette.
and pressed it very hard. Got up to about 20 the last morning, and then tried to really go farther and lost that back. Then I capped myself.
Strange how that works.
Yeah, but I had a cap. I
Mr.
didn't know.
Vegas meaning what though? Other than that,
Like everything. Like I was hearing story because me and him were like basically gambling partners at night. Like we had tables for several hours together. And it's like, all right, what are you doing? Let's meet up at this table. Whatever. Roulette, craps. You didn't do blackjack though.
I don't have the mind for it.
that's a game I love. That's the one game I could play.
I wish I was great at
could
it. I
play
just
all-
don't
could
like. My
play-
brain doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's
You
simple.
like
I get it.
blackjack?
I know how it
I do.
works.
I like all those.
That's
three
my favorite.
games.
That's the one. it's
We
the
love
one I always
craps.
Yeah,
Oh, you
we
do?
both like
Yeah,
craps.
okay, yeah.
But it was like, hey, let's meet up, and we were at the tables for at least 3 hours, sometimes up to like 7 hours each night.
How'd you do?
Down a bit, like 1.1, 1.2, nothing crazy. I won like 1.7 the first night.
Okay.
Million, of course.
Yes, that's what I figured. I hear 1.7 a lot for thousands. Totals. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So it was really fun, but I was hearing stories about Jeff just from other people just being like, oh yeah, he knows all the restaurants. He saw this building that was like
Wayne
new and was
Yeah.
just like, when did this get here?
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he knows the ins and outs
Oh,
of back
Frank
doors of
Sinatra.
places. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I was
Ocean's 11 guy.
Yeah, Jeff liked it better when it was old Vegas. You know?
Yeah, no.
back-
So Jeff D'Lo is Vegas.
I'm going back for my birthday, but I don't know if I'm going to go for my birthday. The exact weekend, it's the Pac-12 tournament, and then I'll go see a Knights game. But the next weekend, somebody's in town playing.
Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'll tell you something right now.
Just
I
the
am
whole
seeing Bruce Springsteen in Arizona with Riggs.
So you told me that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you're going
The
to.
two most electric
Yeah.
performers of my lifetime, Bruce Springsteen and Riggs, are getting in the same room. I can't wait to see these
And you
two
guys are
great
sitting
artists.
together.
Yeah. You know, Riggs is invited me to go. We're gonna go do film some golf stuff out there in
Actually,
Arizona.
oh, nice,
Then
nice,
to go see Bruce.
Text Riggs. Pick up the tab.
No, I'm very happy to pay for it. Although, you gonna go see him or no?
Depends if the girlfriend wants to see Bruce. She's more than okay with. I play a lot of Bruce in the car.
I mean, that's like for a one-off. Like that's go see Bruce Springsteen once. Is
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I'm sure you've
it's
never
one or
seen
the
Cheah.
other. I'd love
I
to see
haven't.
music guy?
I'm from Jersey. Yeah, I'm a music guy. I like Bruce, but he's not like one of my.
Who's your favorite music artist?
I like a lot of different genres. Probably the Decemberists. I also like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Great band.
Metallica I like a lot. So I'm kind of all
Red
over
Hot
the
Chili
place.
Peppers is one of those bands too. When I do the dozen and I do my year searches, every single time I'm blown away of their longevity as well.
Crazy. Oh my God. And they broke out. Yeah, they've been, what, 40?
It's crazy.
And Anthony Kiedis still going with the shirt off.
He still does it.
Yeah, and he still looks great.
He does. All right. Anything else, boys? Anything else from you, Cheah?
We just need
Coleman?
DraftKings.
What?
The DraftKings read?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have that today.
I meant to mention it. I was mentioning it. That's a good job by Coleman. That's why he's good. People think I hate Coleman. I don't.
No, he's a lousy producer, but he's a good guy.
You're gonna ruin his career tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Portnoy's.
Yeah,
we were doing our
Dave.
show with
Coleman
Dave
has his
Whitney
first.
tomorrow, and he's got Coleman in his sights.
I saw you guys talking about that.
He has old Bailey Carlin tweets.
He's a loser.
What does that mean?
He used to chop it up with Bailey on Twitter a lot, but it was before.
He probably treated
before we knew though.
He probably tweeted you at some point.
In fairness,
Oh,
I feel like
definitely,
every
for
person that's
sure.
worked in this company has tweeted Bailey Carr at one point just because he worked here. Like
To
that,
the level
that'd
at
be
which
like,
Coleman was tweeting was.
There are hundreds of. This is like
Yes,
this
King,
would be
you are the
8 line
best.
episode where somebody killed somebody.
I sucked on Twitter in around
No,
that
they don't
time.
use the past tense. Don't use it. You.
Agreed.
in fairness, it'd be
Fair.
like if people at Barstool were crucified for tweeting back and forth with Blattman. Like everyone has tweeted Blattman at least once just to
I have not.
just to be like fuck you Blattman or something like
I
that.
have never-
Arizona sucks.
I've never tweeted Blattman.
All right. Well,
I don't think I've ever met Blattman.
you've never met Blattman?
Probably have.
I don't think so.
You'd know that ass if you saw
He was
it.
at mini golf last year. I'd be shocked.
Oh yes. I did meet him there. Yeah, we
Giant tush, great fit, great smile.
Very small shorts.
Right, big fat
Very
show.
short
Yeah.
shorts. Yes.
We're excited, right, Cheah, to announce our partnership
Yes.
with
Oh, yeah.
DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings, this is great for you.
Oh yeah, huge.
Will be our one-stop shop for all things betting. This week, new customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 in any sport. What's a no-sweat bet? It's like getting an offensive rebound. Miss your first shot, you get another chance to score with a bonus bet back. You can also follow with all your favorite Barstool personalities you're betting on by joining the Barstool betting group. You told me about this last night, Jeff. You were doing this, right?
I'm not in the betting group, but
you're not
I
yet?
post my plays and people tell them it's horrifying.
Are you picking UConn tonight? With the getting?
Can't bet on the game because it's in Illinois. It's a
Oh, we're in
DePaul.
Illinois.
Yeah,
That's
which
right. 24 points. That's right.
Yeah, 24 and a half.
I think DePaul would cover that game tonight. Okay. I would love to see DePaul beat UConn in front of you tonight. To beat
you and Spider.
The bad luck I have with the Browns, 0-9 in my lifetime, is the exact opposite with UConn.
Always win?
Almost never loses when I'm there. Yeah.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use my name, KIRK. And again, new customers can get a no sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with the code KIRK. The crown is yours. We thank them. And Miltons, of course, as always. So we're back tomorrow. I don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. It feels like is the office kind of empty right now or no? It's okay.
People usually get in around 10. I think it's going to be pretty normal because on vacation.
Must be nice
today,
to get
so.
in the office at 10 o'clock. Is that when you roll in?
I'm usually
Not care in the
between,
world.
Like 9:30 to 10:15.
You here tomorrow?
Traffic. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, Stephen Cheah will be. It's exciting. It's always more exciting when Stephen Cheah is in the office. Guys, I'm doing this tomorrow than the Portnoy show, which will start at 10:30 here.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes. I guess I don't think you have any use for me, but I'll probably just sit in here.
Oh, sure.
In case something goes
Something will
south.
probably go wrong. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're good. Oh, this is a long show all of a sudden.
Yeah, over 3 hours.
What the fuck? What? Yeah. We just did a 3-hour show?
Yep.
You did.
What the hell? We did?
Oh shit.
Yep.
We gotta go?
For the yak, yeah.
What you got?
I
What
gotta
time's the
go.
yak?
Roughly 15 minutes.
All right, get take off, Cheah. I'll talk to you. Thank you very much, Cheah.
Thank you.
Great. Steve Cheah is my buddy.
Yeah.
8th fist bump of the day, and there he goes.
Long
Too bad
show.
David from Hull doesn't listen to the show anymore. He could, or no, it's Pat Ford. Pat Ford asked if Stephen Cheah was Asian.
He said he thought he was breaking news that he was Asian.
Yes.
So I guess he.
And then another stunningly stupid thing I forget. Your guy, the Drip Lord.
I do like Pat. I'm a Pat guy.
He is bail. He is like past tense minute, like in the Minifig world.
that is a bummer.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you spent hundreds of dollars constructing that cereal thing, and he's just gone now. I mean, he eats cereal. I'm picturing you with a little vacuuming up after.
It was. That's why me get a new vacuum. Actually, I was like, this thing sucks.
It's like King of Las Vegas vacuuming up Frosted Flakes on this floor because of his love for Pat Ford.
There are moments now where I work solely, which is by great decision, by the way. I don't regret it at all. I get so much more done. My life is just better.
Yeah.
But man, there's some loser moments when I'm by myself alone.
That can happen. You get squirrely. You go crazy. That definitely happens. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
All right, boys, we're good.
Yep, all set.
See you tomorrow.